Run it. Yo, first ever podcast.
Yo, 1, 2, 3.
Ever. This is the first trial of many. You feel me? One and done. You know, get in here, get out type shit. First hour. I don't know how long we're gonna go with this. I don't even know where we're going with this right now. But,
nah, for real.
Cursive Z in the building. Cursive Z in the building
What's
right
up,
now.
Matt? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. You know, out here just in the studio waiting for Doozy to finish up his
his
studio time. We've been posted in the motherfucking out in this lounge area for a couple hours now.
I like it. I like the spot, man. It's cool. But the only thing is, all right, man, that whole weed situation. Weed situation. Like, we can't smoke here, but
you can smoke here. You just got to smoke outside.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, well.
DDI Studios, you feel me?
You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. That's
hey,
the only thing. Yeah, you know the vibes. DDI Studios in Mesa, right here, Cursive Z. You know, if you're ever out here.
Yeah, so earlier, Z was outside hitting a bong outside, and one of the neighbor businesses, you know, came out and kind of told him something. They're like, "Yo."
Yeah, they said they were gonna call the popo on me.
You can't be doing that.
I told them, I said, "Hey, it's a free country, man." All right,
it's a free country.
It's a free country.
And weed's been decriminalized. So
facts. That's what I was gonna say. Weed. I just seen on CNN. Weed is now decriminalized federally. Federally, my guy. They passing the bill already.
Wait,
shout out to the Democrats. Hey.
So does that mean that what if the state doesn't allow it?
How could they not allow it?
Is there a conflict of interest there? Because if the state doesn't allow it, but federally it's not illegal, then how does that?
I guess then it's still up to the states.
Like, what the fuck, right?
It's still up to the states.
Because I'm thinking, like, okay, yeah, it's not criminalized, but what are they gonna?
Man, it should just be like Oregon. Now? You seen Oregon? How they just decriminalized all the drugs?
Yeah, that's crazy.
All of them.
I see the
meth, heroin.
I see the memes. I didn't.
All the homies are going out. All the fools, all the loped out fools. They better go out to Oregon.
All the foco hitters.
The foco. Damn, no cap. That's the real shit. Only the foco, man. Nah, but you gotta grow in the hood to know that.
Nah, but I'm saying that, like, to think of that to be how things are now. Like, that's crazy as fuck to me because of the fact that, like, people literally been locked up hella times or for a long time. Ooh. But then again, those motherfuckers were having, like,
when I was younger, bro,
and shit, though. That's different.
It would even get scary, like, being on the streets, and then you would have,
just,
you know what I'm saying, a little couple nugs, and the cops pull you over. You're like, damn, I'm going to jail now.
I feel that. No, I feel that heavily. That'd be the shit. And then, like, curfew was the thing, too, all out here from, like, out in California, I feel like there was curfew, and maybe they enforced it. But when I moved out here, they really enforced curfew, and I remember running from cops sometimes.
Oh, you talking about, like, legit when you were on, like, curfew as a kid?
Like, legit.
Oh,
like,
hell yeah. Out here, Arizona don't play, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. Arizona that was another thing because it was like I would be out late, and I'm not supposed to be out, so they're going to question me, and I got weed on me. Like, shout out Mark. We would be always running.
In L.A., I know what you're saying because out there, people out there.
Just out there.
All night.
It's like
it's a little weird. You'll see people like, why are they out here? But whatever, I don't care. And just keep going about your day.
There's just so many people that nobody's like really like,
out here it's a lot of like family oriented. So they're like,
motherfuckers want to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, like it's 10 o'clock. What are you doing in my neighborhood? Why are you out here?
Do you live here?
Yeah. You suspicious?
Can I help you find some? Like, it's like that for real though.
Hey, nah, but I want to live in a neighborhood like that too when I'm older. A nice, secure neighborhood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be like somewhere that's like, dang, it's a good spot. Like you have to go through gates. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. I feel that. But like, okay, just crazy. You already made it. You got hella money. You got a spot, and I feel like you're not gonna have just one spot because I feel like you're gonna get played out with that shit easily the way that we live, and just want to do whatever, whenever, however. You feel me?
I guess my ultimate dream is to like get so balling and rich that I buy my own little farm.
I'm saying that's.
And then I start having my own livestock, my own gardens and stuff.
And that's what I'm getting at because I feel like once you make a certain amount of money and you've already experienced a certain amount of things, you're gonna want more than what you've normally done. And like that simple life shit, like I get it, people do that, and I get it, people like, but I don't see that for you for another.
I was thinking about like
another 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 years. You know what I mean?
I was thinking if I ever get like super balling, or when I do get super balling, I should say. I was looking at houses with a bunch of windows.
Okay.
And I was thinking about like, damn, it looks so nice and beautiful, but it would get hot. You know what I'm saying? Especially out here in Arizona, the sun.
It just depends on where you have it. Yeah.
I don't know. I would move back here. I don't want to be going out any other place. I would come back to Arizona and just have a 6 spot. I'd probably go maybe to like Utah, I like Utah because I never been there, but it looks nice as hell. I like that whole
you go
landscape.
You can chill out there with the monoliths and shit.
Ooh, facts. It's crazy. I'm saying out there they got some crazy shit, bro.
Utah was beautiful. Whenever we drove through that bitch, it was fire. They were a little racist to me at the store, but that was, you know.
Yeah. Speaking, Doozy said that when y'all went to New York, that it was pretty racist where y'all went.
You think so?
That's what he said. I didn't say it. He told me. He was like,
you think so? I don't know. Maybe.
He said that y'all went to like a Chick-fil-A, and then he said that he felt the vibes. Like people were just looking at him.
What?
He said it was like somewhere in like Missouri or Kansas. It was somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were driving to New York, not in actual New York City, Manhattan or anything, but driving through there, we drove through a lot of different places that were like Trump County, honestly. And
Trump County.
Like there would be big signs on tractors, on
that said Trump.
Containers, like on even on grass. Like it was just weird weird spots that these people were like Trump County, Trump 2020, Trump, and that motherfucker lost. That motherfucker lost. You feel me?
You ask him right now if he lost, they're gonna say like, "Oh no, it's all rigged, man.
It's all rigged.
He's still president."
Hey, that's just all real till they lose, huh? Then all of a sudden
it's
something's
weird,
wrong.
Man. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I voted for Kanye. I wrote Kanye's name and I didn't.
For Kanye 2024. Is that what is it?
I'm down.
2024.
I'm with it. Or The Rock.
You think Dwayne?
Hey, they said on some other podcasts. I heard some good ideas about Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Who would want to mess with he'd be all above. Hey, so this is what's happening, guys. Our foreign affairs, you know.
That dude has the craziest work ethic and discipline in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Someone we need. We don't need an older 70-year-old guy. About to die taking over the country, bro. Like, we need someone like a good age where they're like, yo, I can make decisions, but I'm not too old to like, if I mess up, it's all bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No.
Because think about it, if one of those old guys like does something crazy, they're like, well, I'm gonna die anyways. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
It won't affect them in the long run. Is what you're saying?
But if you got someone like Kanye or like Dwayne The Rock, who's like 40-some in that area, and they're gonna be like, dang, I gotta really like think about the future because this is all. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I just think it'd be a lot smarter.
Hey, shout out to Kanye for real and that Joe Rogan podcast because that was tight.
That changed my life, bro.
That changed my perception and perspective of Kanye.
You know, when he prayed in the middle,
that was fire.
That was crazy. That really like I stood up. Gave him a standing O.
Genuine shit.
Because I was like, yo, I never seen nobody when it comes to like presidential stuff, just like really like think and embrace it and pray for like guidance in that answer. And I was like, that's some
and I think that we're at a time where like we're at that peak of the leaving the old and entering into a new, way of thinking, like he was talking about.
Fact.
So it was like being more of a human is something that we need, as opposed to the same shit that it's always like, the government, this and that, like the stigma of the government of what it is already or has been. And I think we need to just take it to the next level and honestly, my personal opinion is get rid of all of them and start fresh.
What do you mean?
Everybody in the government. Everybody.
Everybody
in position. Everybody in that's been in there for years. Let's switch
the
it
lobbyists.
Everything. Let's get the new people. Let's find the new next best thing.
What do you think
about? And slowly start taking, because there has to be a system. There has to be a system in play in order to overcome a system that's already been going. Because if you knock down that, then there's no structure. There's nothing.
Everything's gonna crumble.
It's crumbling.
So you have to have it already in place.
So it's like that. There's a contradiction on my own idea, but I think slowly we need to move into like replacing everybody.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
Shit.
To do all this. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. There's some politicians that I kind of like look into because I'm not really into politics, but when I do dabble, like I like right now Tulsi Gabbard. You know what I mean?
I don't know who that is.
Ooh,
I'm not very
fire. She should have been president, man. Not that Kamala Harris. I don't know, but it's besides all that, I don't really keep up with that stuff.
Yeah, politics is crazy. It's different.
But
it runs our world, so.
Is real.
It's real as hell.
And you're like, you don't think it's like a shadow.
Yeah.
Like something you don't see, but it's there.
Shadow government is really what it is. There's things that are being put in place every day, like a chess move, in order to make us do something or lead us in a certain way. And it's everybody's ideas.
But why?
Because I think that people have came to this like dependency.
Okay.
On either God or a government or another an external thing as opposed to themselves and looking inward. You know what I mean? So I feel like they take that, and then also we do have to have some structure as a community. You know, we need our leaders, we need our teachers, we need our workers, everybody just needs to coexist in a way. What I believe is if everybody coexisted in a way where we're helping each other, then we all elevate together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think that right there, and the monopoly that is going on with money and power, it's an open market for people to make millions.
Yeah.
So it's like they're taking advantage of us as humans.
I've heard it's like the business model is already like, it's already, they can't change it because the business model of like making money and capitalism and all that stuff is so far, like they're so deep into it.
I feel that
if they were to try to change it, it would just like
it would be a culture shock.
It would be crazy.
Culture shock.
Culture shock. Exactly.
It would be a culture shock because people would be like, oh shit, I've done so and so and lost so and so and have done things I don't want for this thing, and all of a sudden someone just said, nah, it's not important no more. Now it's this, like for that switch from a paper to what, digital. Now it's going crypto. Now everything's digital.
Talking about money?
I'm talking about just currency.
I'm
just talking about currency.
Cryptocurrency about to go crazy.
Because honestly, to me, what I believe right now, the main form of currency in the United States or the world, mostly the United States, is attention.
100%.
Attention.
They want our attention.
And that's like, shout out to
all of your attention.
Shout out to the Social Dilemma.
Nah, facts. That was one of the best movies ever, bro.
Yeah.
Best documentary I've ever seen.
Social Dilemma was a great movie, great documentary. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it right now.
You sleeping if you haven't watched it.
You know, whatever you're done watching this. But yeah, that shit's crazy.
I put limits on my phone now because of that.
That's good.
On my app, like I only have an hour on my social media apps, and then it starts saying like, "Hey, you hit your time limit."
That's good.
But I push it down like one more minute. You know, because it has an option like, "Do you want one more minute?" Yeah, give me one more minute.
Yeah, but it's like you're at least being conscious.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware. I'm aware of it. Yeah.
You're conscious to the fact that okay, this is gonna get me to, be stuck on this for a certain amount of time.
It's a habit. Yeah.
It's a habit.
It's un maña. For real.
Una maña.
For real.
For real. Hey, shout out to all my Latinos out there. You feel me?
Hey,
you know what I mean?
For real.
Shout out to all the Mexicans out there. You feel me? Shout out to Mexico. Shout out to the United States. Shout out to everybody.
Do you think social media is really like all bad, or can you use it? I think it could be used as a tool. I'll try to use it as a tool, but
it's like
it does because what they said in that Social Dilemma, it was pretty crazy when it got me. It said you're this brain that's like hasn't evolved. You know what I mean? It's been the same for millions of years. Humans, we haven't evolved. And then this phone behind this screen is a supercomputer like that has all these crazy algorithms and stuff. And it's like, who do you think's gonna win in that? And it has a bunch of engineers making the algorithm. How do you say algorithm? Even more better. Like,
well, see,
it really put me in perspective.
See, that's what I'm saying. They want number one thing is attention. So once they got you on the phone and on that app, they don't want you to leave. So now they're curating to what you like. So now you're spending time on the screen looking at, let's say, a big booty.
Ooh, big booties.
Shout out to all the big booties out there. You feel me? We love you, baby. But you're looking at a big booty.
Yep.
You're going to spend 30 more seconds on that picture than you would on a picture of a quote.
Big facts.
You're going to scroll right by that.
Big facts.
And there's somebody on the other side of that screen that's curating to what you like. So they're going to see, oh, he hates that, but he likes this. Let's feed him all of this shit now.
You want the attention.
The next thing, the feed, boom, 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 boom. Now you're on a streak. Now you fell into the rabbit hole of pussy and titties and now all this shit. And
late night.
And that shit, look, I love that shit, but I get a little freaked out because you know what? Sometimes these bitches be looking too perfect, and I'm like, man, is that plastic surgery? Are you even a woman at some point? I'm like, because that shit's scary. You don't know who you're looking at online.
Facts.
You don't know.
With the deep fake, you know the deep fake?
I don't know what that is, but
it's like those filters that they use like this deep fake technology where it's kind of like get someone who's beautiful, like, and then they use that like same like structure to put on your face in the eye. So when you look at the filter, it's and it makes your eyes look kind of like that. And you're like, damn, I look bomb. You know, I look
like beautiful to me is like is all about what you believe is beautiful. It's like it's subjective to me.
Yeah,
beautiful subjective word, and what you believe in. You know, everything's subjective 100%. In life. But it's like when it comes to metrics and not metrics, when it comes to you being symmetrical in the face and just the perfect,
that's a real thing.
That right there is like
real thing. That's why plastic surgery is so crazy.
Exactly. They make you look just perfect.
It's geometry, bro.
Geometry.
It goes into what we were talking about earlier the other day when we were saying how like
earlier today,
geometry really is like the universal language of everything. Like science is not right.
Infinite language.
It's geometry, math, numbers, like math. Because no matter where in the universe, 1 + 1 = 2.
Exactly. Exactly.
So the face, when we look at the face and the whole like Fibonacci sequences, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm talking about.
We talked about that earlier. We were talking about that earlier. But it's so crazy that they can make you more appealing just by kind of measuring out what the hell it is that, you know, your face is, how far apart your eyes are and your mouth and your chin and your shit. Like we were looking at a picture of a young lady earlier that had the perfect jaw structure, and she was just like, she was a beautiful girl. But I feel like it was just the complimentary of like how the angles of the photo and just the certain structures of herself that
this is a weird time.
Yeah.
Because never in history we've been able to like, I want my nose to be, or my jaw, I want my teeth to be this perfect, and
to the point where you can actually design your baby before it even comes out. Your baby. You can design, hey, get my baby blue eyes
with genes. These crazy, what is it called?
Is genetically modifying.
That's insane.
Yeah, genetically modifying your child.
That's kind of like playing God.
It is playing God, and
a lot of times, scary.
A lot of times in this world, we play God.
I got morals, man. I don't try to play God.
And I mean, without even doing it, you do it, but it's because of just certain habits.
When I'm like running around trying to kill little ants and stuff, like when I was younger, that's playing God, huh?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm choosing you to live.
Like it. Why was that fun though? Like, because I look at it now.
I was fascinated with it.
I look at it now.
It wasn't like fun. It was just I was learning. I feel like when I was younger, I would look at these ants.
I guess it was not fun, but it was fascinating. I guess.
Exactly, fascinating.
It was intriguing to us to be able to like, okay, what next? What's it? You know,
as a kid, like you always push it to the limit.
I mean, like,
even as adults, you still push it as a limit. You're like, I did it this one time. Let me see if I can do it again. And then some shit happened, and then you get all messed up from it. But then you're like, no, it's not gonna happen again though.
Yeah.
Some people are like that. It gets crazy.
I feel
the wiring in the brain. That's what I'm saying.
I feel you gotta rewire your brain sometimes. Man, the human brain is another thing that fascinates me. It's just, it's a whole weapon. And it's also the creator of just like peace and everything for you. It's like
it's the best same. Thing.
It's like
it's always the brain. Like, do you think that like, this is what I don't think, like, you know how it says we haven't evolved or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but we really haven't. Like, think about from like millions of years. Like, it's the same brain and like the same ideas from other people. Like, we have the same ideas, but I don't know. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I don't know how to explain it. The brain is not evolved, but everything else is so far ahead of its time.
So the
computers.
I believe, like, or what do you think is the next thing to help us evolve? What has to happen in order for us to evolve physically, or even like, because how did we come to the point where now look, we're just humans and the same teeth, the same fingers, same nails, same hair, and of course it varies with other people, you know, whatever, just different cases, but like.
What do you think is gonna help us evolve? What do you think is gonna make us evolve?
Like what?
Man. I'm seeing, there's a lot of factors that could do that, but right now I'm seeing a lot of people do the plant-based stuff.
Okay.
That's a start.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're going to get back to like...
Because we've been meat eaters for such a long time.
No. We've been processed food eaters. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is like not real.
Now, yeah. Well, that's why you see a lot of sickness in these kids, and that's why they're growing weaker.
But if you eat like whole foods...
Back in the days when, like, let's say my parents were in school, your parents were in school, like the 6th, 7th graders, they were massive. They were huge. They were fucking hairy ass, huge kids. You know, but like they look like actual
in the 50s,
young adults.
The 50s, I heard like there was no fat kids in high school. There probably was, but like,
I mean, yeah,
they were like all like slender and stuff because they were just.
There was no obesity.
That's what it. Because now it's hell of obesity.
And it's just.
Shout out Doozy over there, my bro.
Oh, damn. Look at shout out Doozy. Doozy does it. Look at him. Oh, the face.
You're right here. By the way, DDI Studios. I'm Cursive Z. Hippie Matt.
Yes, sir.
Follow us on Instagram too.
Yes,
but back to what we were saying. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So like back in the day, like these kids were huge. And then now, like when you go to the middle schools or anything like that, these kids are little. And they're little. Small. And it's because I think it's like, you know, a bunch of estrogen they put in the food. And so the women are developing faster, and the boys are getting just softer.
See, all right, so this is one thing. You've been vegetarian?
I've been vegetarian for so 2015.
So like 5 years, going on 6 type shit.
2014 actually.
Oh, it's almost 7.
2014.
Or so I don't know about 6. 7,
because like I said, I told you this the other day. I was cleaning out my Instagram, and then the last picture I ever posted of meat as food, like showing off my plate.
What was it?
2014.
No, I'm saying, but what kind of food was it?
What was it? It was like a
hamburger.
No, it was a steak at Black Angus.
A steak.
It was a steak, and I remember that time when I ate that steak because I just remember going to that place with my pops. It was me and him and shit, and then we just. And it was steak, mashed potatoes, and it was a whole meal. It looked delicious, honestly. I want to stop.
I want to stop eating meat again, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do it.
You did stop, huh?
I did stop for 5 months.
Ooh.
It was gas.
Yeah.
But it was also I was in between because I felt like I lost a lot of body mass. But it was because I wasn't working out and stuff too.
You weren't.
I was kind of.
The thing about it is that you gotta just, like I said, one habit for another habit. Switch it out. You're not eating meat now, but you got to do something else to replace that protein.
It was fire though. Like my insides, like it was fire. But
it's good. No,
when I started eating like a month ago, I started eating processed food again and stuff like that.
You started taking more shits.
Stank.
That boy was taking stanky shit.
Deadly, yo. And my farts was dead, and I could just smell like my insides rot. And I was
you're probably catching the itis, getting hella tired.
I was getting the itis. I was
just getting really full. And it's just those are the things that I would notice to me. And then like honestly, like mucus in your body.
Yeah, yeah, that's a real thing. It's a real thing.
I'm telling you,
Dr. Sebi put me onto that.
I'm telling you, real. Think about that. That's crazy. Before I even knew about Sebi or anything like that, just within myself doing that years ago, it was just like, man. And then I started picking up other bad habits and shit to replace it.
Yeah.
Just eating bad. I wasn't necessarily like I took it. I did that because of the fact that I became more spiritual. And at that time, like, honestly, I lost my grandma, and I was going to lose my grandma, I think. Or I don't know if I had lost her yet or I was going to lose her, but it was like, no, I hadn't. I hadn't lost her yet, but I stopped eating meat because she would always say, "You want to eat some meat? You want to eat some?"
Yeah.
And they get mad at me.
The grandmas,
they get mad at me. They're like, "You don't." They're like, "You don't know what you're missing out."
Yup.
You don't know what the hell you're missing out.
My grandma will tell me something.
And that's facts. That's facts because honestly, if I can eat her food again one more time, I probably would eat meat for that. You know what I mean? Because that's, bro. But it'll fuck me up.
That's why I stopped. I came back and I told myself like, all right, I'll go vegan once I eat my grandma's menudo and her tamales and stuff. I gotta eat that one more time, and then I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
For that because you did say that when you got here.
Yeah, I gotta get all that traditional food, and then I'm back to.
He's like, hey yo, after all these holidays, I'm about to go back to being vegan.
Nah, for real. I'm waiting for the buñuelos right now. They gotta go crazy.
Ooh, baby,
if y'all know what that is, it's like a fry bread with they put like cinnamon and brown sugar and stuff on that, and then
different ways.
You can put like honey. It's crazy. I don't know. You can do a bunch of stuff with it. But it's like it's crispy and it's thin.
And then put a little ice cream.
That's what's so fire about Mexican food is like there's different types of Mexican food, but it's all the same type of food, but it's different little styles everywhere you go.
I grew up eating Mexican food because I'm Mexican, but my favorite type of food is Chinese food.
Chinese food is bomb.
I just hate that I'm always hungry.
Chinese food
because they add additives and shit. Yeah. And it's just like that's what it is. But probably like some really good like.
Well, you saying when you say Chinese food, you're talking about like American Chinese food, right? Like you're talking about like orange chicken and stuff, or chow mein.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
because real Chinese food is like different.
Disgusting to me.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but you said it's disgusting. It's
disgusting. I'm not gonna eat raw fish.
That's what. Raw fish. I'm not gonna Japanese.
Yeah, you're right.
But
like,
sushi low-key kind of fire. I feel like that's a little aphrodisiac.
Yeah, that's what
you know what I'm saying. I feel like sushi. Take your little shawty on a sushi date. How do you say sushi? I can't even say it right now.
Most bitches love sushi.
They better be like, oh damn, I love you.
Oh, you different.
Oh shit. Oh, how you know? This is my favorite.
Yeah, just a little miso soup too.
Miso soup.
Just a little, tahini sauce. Just baby, some flat shit. But. Check like
my favorite food, man. What do I like to eat a lot? I'm gonna be honest, man. I eat a lot of hamburgers, bro.
Hamburger.
In-N-Out.
Well, we're back on. You know what I mean?
All right.
Hey, this is our first time doing the podcast, so we're still kind of getting it together. You feel me?
Yeah, camera died.
And then
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Camera
died.
But we're being really resourceful, and we hit everybody up that had any piece of equipment. And we
Facts. Shout out to Thomas Smith.
Yeah.
Shout out to River.
Yeah.
Shout out to Doozy DDI.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Bird.
Yeah. Shout out to Bird for the mic stand.
Yeah.
Who else? Shout out to
the ladies
over here, our audience.
Des, Ricky in the building.
So.
Yeah, but last thing we were talking about was food and shit, health and shit. We talked about a lot of crazy stuff so far.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Dr. Sebi, man.
Dr. Sebi.
Now think about. No, let me tell you this, man.
Tell me everything you know about Dr. Sebi because I don't know more than I need to.
This is so crazy, man. Is the way I got put on Dr. Sebi.
That makes sense.
Was the whole reason like when Nipsey died? Hold on, let me take out this gum real quick.
Yeah.
Gross.
No chewing, come on, hey, no chewing gum in the podcast.
Nah, when Nipsey.
Did you have that whole gum?
I did, but you couldn't hear. I wasn't.
Yeah, you weren't.
I was.
But it was in there.
It was holding my palate. I was tasting.
We're gonna listen back. Anyways, go ahead.
Nah, bro. Like I was just saying how like I think all this stuff like it really is deliberately like when people pass and stuff. Because if it weren't for Nipsey Hussle passing away and the whole conspiracy about like he did it because of Dr. Sebi and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And even in his bars, he was like, Dr. Sebi was teaching him well. I never would have known who Dr. Sebi was, and I never would have tried to go vegan and alkaline diet with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Yeah. So everything happens for a reason. Don't question it. But Dr. Sebi, bro, the whole thing about him, he said a couple fire things. One of the things that I like, he said that you're supposed to eat food from your natural your natural origin, from your homeland. You know what I'm saying? So like we're Mexican. He said that our bodies genetically would thrive better if we ate foods from that area, that region, like Mexico. So I looked it all up on my phone. I went through like a whole research for like a good couple months, and I was trying to find like everything, how to be healthy from Dr. Sebi. The alkaline water, stop eating meat, you know what I'm saying? Eat alkaline foods like cucumbers and stuff.
With
like
colors,
that.
More colors.
Anything with water.
Anything with water and a bright color.
Yep.
The brighter tomatoes. The color, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I found out a bunch of stuff, bro. But like, it was crazy. Like all that stuff. Now I'm so aware of what I eat. It's crazy. I don't even like eating McDonald's and stuff now, bro. Because I'm just like, this is death.
So for those that don't know about Dr. Sebi, so Dr. Sebi is basically a Honduran herbalist.
Yep.
And self-proclaimed healer.
Yep. That fool had.
He died on August 6th, 2016.
Tell him how.
You know.
Can you say how?
Right here, I don't see anything to see.
That fool died in a prison. They locked him up because he was over there. He was over there teaching people about how to heal themselves with herbs. Yeah. And they were like, "What happened?" They just said he was doing some malpractice.
And it says on here that he claimed to cure all diseases AIDS, with herbs,
herpes, cancer. Diabetes probably too. I don't know.
I mean, I believe that.
Type 2 diabetes.
I believe the fact that like the cures are out there, but they're just suppressed.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because there's no money in keeping you healthy.
Nah, facts.
There's more of a market in keeping you sick.
To treat you,
not to like I said,
heal you.
Remember, dependent. They want you to be dependent on them.
Can I say something?
The money.
What happened, Dad? Say it. I did not know that. If y'all didn't hear that, what she say? Say it better. You say it better than me.
So she said that if you spit on a plant, or you just put your saliva on a plant, a vegetable, anything, it's gonna grow to match your DNA. So there's gonna basically be a plant of you.
If you spit on the seed, spit on the seed. You just keep spitting on it.
Okay, that's a little interesting because like. It's got its own DNA and it's gonna grow either way.
Yeah,
but when
it's still
you put your DNA into it, what?
I never.
What is the benefit of that, or what
would be the benefit of that?
Of that, yeah, like
I don't know.
Just
say like this is a plant.
This is me
specifically made with my DNA.
I spit on this plant every day.
I spit on it every day. I come home, wake up.
Like that's it.
Hell yeah! I used to
feed people you.
Huh?
You make food for people and feed them you. And it's like, this is my DNA. You eating it now? They're part of you, and you're them, and it's a whole thing.
What? Because that's fucked up.
Because energy doesn't.
You feeding them a plant you've been spitting on?
Energy
that's
cannot
fucked up.
So think about it.
I would never. Hey, anybody come to my house? I'll never feed you a spit on plant. You getting good shit.
It's like eat my shit.
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie? What is that? Housekeeper.
Oh yeah, you know the help.
The help.
Where
she
Hey, that's what they were, man.
No.
They were housekeepers in that shit. They were in that movie.
Yeah, right. So
shout out to good movies.
That's disgusting. Shout out to the shit on the wall.
She said,
out
"Eat
there.
my shit." That's fucked up.
Imagine that. You hate somebody so much, you make a pie out of your shit. Feed it some. Now that's a movie. That's a movie.
Yo, speaking about movies, man, Midsummer.
Oh my god.
Midsummer.
If you have not watched that yet, go watch Midsummer.
Ooh.
Doozy, Z, and myself. Well, see, I was in the room. I wasn't really watching it from the beginning, but they kept yelling, "Come watch this!"
The beginning was crazy.
The craziest part, possibly.
It was the craziest part.
I really got to go back and rewatch it, but
I want to rewatch it too, because I bet there's some parts that I forget, like some little things in the side, little secrets.
Man, this movie's crazy as hell.
It's
beyond crazy. It's like cult.
It's a
killing,
cult movie.
It's drugs.
They on drugs,
and it's all in the most weirdest, nonchalant.
They're happy about
bone chilling, blissful. Like it's just imagine like your serial killer just being your best friend.
He's nicely killing you,
like the sweetest kid ever.
They're serial killers.
With love,
with their best friends, showing them love, feeding them every night. Oh my god!
No, that movie is crazy.
Giving them a place to sleep.
So what they were doing, and from my understanding, is they were drugging these people and then getting them to believe whatever it is that they were reading from this book.
Nah, they were just bringing them over there. In Midsummer. If you haven't seen the movie, it's about a white girl. Who goes on a trip with her boyfriend to Sweden, but her boyfriend and his friends don't really want her there, so they're kind of like alienating her.
Yeah.
And then she gets to this little place where they're supposed to be in Sweden, like a little camp, a little cult camp. Yeah. And
but all those people were on drugs.
And all those cult, they were like cool with them. Yeah, they were all on drugs. They were all cool.
Everybody was on drugs.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And the people there were on drugs, believing whatever everybody else was believing.
Oh,
and that's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
Yeah.
And even though those outsiders were just just there to get murked or whatever, they were just bodies.
But the other people were on drugs, the other believing
everybody
that shit.
was, except for the people that died. They didn't believe at all, and they just were there.
So this is something. So think about this. You know how like it showed like, oh, you could get manipulated on drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What about like? Because they were all on mushrooms and stuff, psychedelics. They were tripping. They weren't like they weren't on no crack or nothing. So like all those psychedelics all those psychedelics that are out there, you think they could be like playing some like little mind games? That it's not fully the truth. That it's like, you know what I'm saying?
I think that anything that you have to,
because it's not. I feel like it's not natural. Like
anything that you have to, if somebody has to make you take something in order to believe what they're believing.
Oh, of course. That's weird.
That's already to me a red flag of like, okay, why can't I listen to this with my sober state of mind?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, we've all done drugs. For those of you that haven't done drugs, shout out to you. But kids don't do drugs. If you are, then do it. Go fast.
I don't think no kids are watching us doing it. You know, but all the adults.
If there is kids watching right now, go steal your mom's credit card. Go buy a bunch of drugs. Steal her car, go have fun.
You'll know what we're talking about.
Come out to our shows and shit. And,
exactly.
You know,
steal your mom's credit card.
come spend. You know, buy the merch. Come buy some. Come to the shows. You heard. But anyways, like I said, like if you have to alter somebody's mind to get them to believe what you believe, and I feel like that's not the proper way of doing it.
What about I'm saying like the beliefs that you get from yourself when you're on mushrooms and stuff, like because I've done mushrooms and like. There's been like good trips, but there's also been like bad trips too.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? When the bad trips, I'm like,
see that at that point, to me, that is a little different because of the fact that you are doing this and you are kind of you're telling yourself and you're okay with yourself doing it, and nobody's feeding you something while you're under this and influencing. You're the only one influencing by your truth of what you feel is right.
Yeah.
You know, by your intuition, by your experiences, by your own you, as opposed to a group of people getting you into an altered state of mind and then feeding you information and making it feel real. And then all of a sudden, and when you're in that state of mind, you're very receptive to anything. So it's
I was about to say,
someone can take a hold of your mind and
I heard that
forever.
I don't know if this is true, but I've heard that there's drugs out there too where like, I don't know, they're like truth serums, or they make people say yes to anything.
Damn.
This is what I've heard from like like in other like third world countries. You know what I'm saying? My grandma would tell me on the news that like, oh yeah, they put this in everything they say yes to. Like, give me your car. It's like, yes, here you go.
It's like yes man.
Yes man type shit. And they're like, give me all your money in your wallet, and they give them all the money.
Man,
that's crazy. Man. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
think about the human biology and like all these like little like you think it's like actual like poison is like doing damage, or you think it's actually like
close to death?
It's a beneficial thing.
It's close to death.
It's close to death. That's how, because mushrooms
you're killing yourself.
Fungus.
You're killing yourself. You're putting poison into your body, and you're having a close to death experience.
So it would be way better to get those kind of ideas and things like naturally sober when you're just chilling by yourself and you just.
Because you can achieve that, but it just takes practice, like meditation, breathing techniques.
Ooh, breathing techniques
because of
fire.
The fact that listen, before I even done any psychedelics or anything, I would do these weird breathing techniques, and in my mind that was the closest. I would smoke a little weed and then do these breathing techniques, and I would listen to The Doors, and then I would like, oh, I'm tripping, whoa, this is just because I felt light in my head, and then just it was just kind of a feather like feeling, you know, where I was just floating and shit. And that was the closest thing to psychedelics that I ever did until I did it, and I realized I was way off.
Yo, yeah, it's a whole nother thing when you
0 to 100 in a matter of like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Yeah, you really gotta like call off the whole day when you're on that stuff, because you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You just done.
Right, and then
8 hours, 10 hours is stuck.
Microdosing is fun.
I've done it.
Do it safe.
I've done it.
Do it, but
it was interesting how I did it. I did like for like 3 weeks. I was taking like I want to say there were like 0.1 of mushrooms. 0.3 the most.
That's enough.
And I was taking it and I was just going by my day, but like
it'd be groovy. It was like a little groovy.
I didn't feel shit.
Yeah, it was just clarity. It wasn't nothing to feel. There was just clarity.
And then I did take.
I would right.
1 gram. To be honest, now I don't remember, but at this time,
because it's been so long.
At this time I was like,
I don't feel shit.
It was cool, but it wasn't like I don't really feel shit.
But you can't say you didn't feel shit because of the fact that your body broke that up inside of you.
Exactly. That's all. Exactly.
That is in you, and it's in your blood, and it's in whatever it is that it's got to get into.
And it's happening. It's in your blood, like you said.
It's you took it. It's there. It's even if it's not what you expected.
Yeah.
And like I said, when I microdosed, there was clarity. It was just clear. Everything just seemed a little more vivid, and I was just a little more focused, and it was just like I was the happiest version of myself. It wasn't like there was no down. There was no down. Like I wasn't like.
I would like to be focused more. Like actually not focused, but like in the state of flow. I want to be able to get in the state of flow a lot easier. You know
I see. Well, look, listen. When I see you make beats, I feel like you've tapped into that flow with that.
Sometimes I do.
No, you do. Like every time. Like it's not even like sometimes. And of course, it's sometimes because you're not always making beats, you know.
Yeah.
But when you do make beats and when you lock in, like that's flow.
You could like feel it. That's what's so cool about it.
That's flow, because from the start to the end, you have an idea. It starts and then it starts coming to life. And then after you get locked in, and then you finish.
I think that's one of the most beautiful things like ever created, that we could get into like a state of flow, because you're like you could feel it coming out of you. Like whatever you're doing, you're just like. It's happening. I'm not doing
nothing to something.
Exactly. It's so insane.
From your mind, from an idea, just to the real world. Made it.
It's tangible now.
Yeah. Anything is that you just gotta have the resources to be able to make it happen. Like today, like we were just like earlier, we're like, fuck, we don't have a right to go get the shit done. We don't have anything to get this shit done. And then we made a couple phone calls, and then we snuck in, the little time when we could take Doozy's car. Shout out Doozy, and get this shit happening.
Exactly. Now look at it. This was just an idea.
It was just an idea that started from us sitting around because we had idle time for a second, and idle time is the devil's workshop. So you got to make sure we're doing something, because if not, then we're gonna get into a whole lot of fuck shit.
Just start thinking about bullshit.
Yeah, I'm saying
making up bullshit, and it's like, what the fuck? It's not even real.
Yeah, instead of creating.
And
for us, like, I feel like we always got to be creating.
It's no crazy what. How like people like us creators are like, we always say like, oh, I'm working,
but it's
always
work.
It's not really like work if you think, because work, I feel like I gotta go outside and work on the lawn. Like this isn't work. You know what I'm saying? This is like
I know it doesn't feel that way, but some days it will.
Nah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, some days it will because of the fact that like you always want to push yourself to be better. So it's in a sense of work because you have to work on your work ethic in this in order to take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. And you always want to go to the next level. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we love it so much that this shit is not work because we're just
exactly. That's why
we love this shit.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't really feel like, but it does feel like. I know what you're saying too. Some days you're like,
you put the pressure on yourself. Shit, you got to do it even when you hate it. Mm-hmm. And you got, and in order to do anything and succeed in it, you have to love it. You have to hate it. You have to feel every single emotion. Like Nipsey was saying.
No facts. I was just going.
That's what every single emotion, and I just didn't quit.
Yeah.
And that's the trillest thing ever because like with this music shit, I've been heartbroken so many times. I've been felt on top of the world.
Ooh,
I've
facts.
been, it took me here, it took me there. Yeah. This person, that person, and then this shitty shit and this that bad. It's just been so much. It's been so much, and
you have to really feel all the emotions.
Look, I'm just 26 right now. Yeah. You're what, 23? 23. You feel me? So I got 3 years on you, but at the same time, it's like we have both done crazy amounts in this world, and we're just still so young.
Yeah,
we're still so young. We're not the youngest anymore, but like in comparison to what people live, you're a long way from what 100. 90, 80.
I'm way closer to 0 than 100.
You know what I'm saying? And people live to that now.
Yeah.
And but it's like
that's another thing too. Now think about this: if I weren't vegan, worked out, and didn't know me, you know what I'm saying? Didn't know me for the rest of my life, you think I could live to like be 100 and be like fully cool? Like you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
For sure, huh?
For sure, but then one day you might get hit by a bus randomly, and it's just like
that's what I'm saying. like all that work,
so
just
go have a pizza, you know?
Yeah, that's you gotta enjoy life. You're right.
Remember you said that, you know, because and going back to this shit, there was those times we had this conversation where like, man, I was gonna go chill with Shorty or I was gonna go do this, but I didn't do that because of the fact that I was locked in the studio.
Facts.
And then you're like, man,
we're just talking about
we're talking about this. And then you're like, maybe I shouldn't have done that because
because I took away from my happiness, low key. I
live a little more. You're saying basically live a little more.
Exactly.
But then at the end of the day, it's like, those days.
It taught me.
Those days brought you to these moments now when you're in the studio, have 10 minutes to make a beat before Doozy's client gets in and you make a beat, and it's crazy. It's that work ethic that puts you in position.
You definitely have to know the balance. It's balance.
It's balance.
Life everything. Is really like balance, huh?
Between the good and the bad.
Yeah. Well, I try to get all the bad. I try to be nothing but good. But like everything else, like I said, is balance though. But no matter what, you always gonna do some fucked up shit. You always gonna do some shit.
That's how you learn.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. You got to do something. That people that don't make mistakes have never found out anything new about themselves or anything new about anything. You know what I mean? You stay in your shell. You're gonna stay in your shell. They
don't do it, so they don't make mistakes.
You ain't gonna like.
They just wish.
Yeah, wish.
And then
I can't. You see, I'm not a what if person.
Yeah.
I can't. What if this? I should have. Could have. I can't. I'd rather take a no. I'd rather fail.
You rather fail. That's one of the for me. I get scared sometimes to fail. I can't lie.
That's just scary.
Because you really feel it.
It hurts.
Turn this off.
Yeah. Turn that off. Come on, podcast shit. Come on.
All right, you heard it.
Ringers off. Hey, everybody in the building, ringers off.
Hey, ringers off.
Yeah, but
failing, it could get scary.
That's the most essential part of life.
It is
failing, because without failing, you wouldn't have the full aspect of knowing how it feels to win, and winning wouldn't be winning without losing.
100%.
You know what I mean?
That's what 50 Cent said. He said like sunny days wouldn't feel good if it wasn't for rain.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Ooh, 50 Cent.
That's why like everything that's ever happened to me in my life, like I try to look at it with a new light. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Even though if it was bad, but how bad was it?
Yeah.
Because sometimes in my head it's worse than what it really is.
100%.
Sometimes it's not even a real thing, and then I'm creating it in my mind, and I think everybody else is thinking the same thing, but really it's just all in my head, and it's just like I'm the only one. And everybody else is saying something completely positive, and you're the only one sometimes.
That shit hit right there.
It'd
be like that. You be making up a whole story, and then it's not even.
It's not it.
No one else thought like it was never like that.
It's because it's because you put that pressure on yourself.
That's pressure or like insecurities or some shit. It's all three, huh?
It's
two.
It's just I feel like that's just part of self-awareness. Because you as a human should understand where you're thriving and where you're lacking.
Yeah. Everybody got something insecure about something.
Bro, I'm not gonna be good at making this or doing that, so I have to find somebody sometimes that's gonna be great. You know, outsourcing is best. Sometimes.
Outsourcing.
You can't do everything.
You gotta find the right people.
You can't do everything.
Facts.
You can't do everything. You just gotta have enough money to hire the people that do. That's it. Or know somebody or do something, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's
some deep shit right there.
That's good because, like, failure to me has been the best teacher.
Oh, yeah. 100%. No, for real.
And for real. Being, like, I get scared to fail. Shit's scary.
Like, I think about the times I was in the studio with, like, big artists.
Yeah.
And then they were like, come on, let's go. And I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
You got to jump in the water.
Yeah, exactly. And I failed. They said they didn't call me back. That was it. I lost that connection. But then the next person who came, I was like, I already know what not to do now. Exactly. I know how to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Winning is the science of being totally prepared.
Exactly.
I read that in a book.
That's fire.
But
that's fire. So going back to, you know, working with big artists and shit, when you're in that situation, you feel that pressure, like, How do you calm yourself in order just to continue to do it? How did you?
I try to remember, like, they're just a person,
a human being.
They're nothing else.
A human being.
Like,
but you know what I mean.
But
some energies and sometimes with some
people you just have whatever they say. They might be talking shit. You just have to be cool. Yeah, they'd be like, all right, I'm sorry. And
that's what I was gonna say. Like the weight of words. Ooh. Words can either mean nothing or mean everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just
that's
words.
something I'm learning about now. I've been learning about it, but like
now
words are a very powerful thing.
But it's not necessarily only words, but it's how you say certain things.
The tone. And, you know, we do music. 100%. We do music. We love, you know, tones. We understand this is going to make them feel this. That's going to make them feel that. The way you say it is going to make them change.
How you say, you feel
if you
me?
say, I'm fucking bitches every night, every night. It's going to be
you ain't fucking no bitches. I'm fucking
bitches every, you're going to be, oh, shit. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
Tone is everything with communication, you know what I mean? And in those moments, it's like telling yourself that you good, even if somebody's applying the pressure and being kind of negative towards you, you feel me?
Yo, I be hearing.
That's just the worst.
I used to hear someone like the craziest. They'd be like, do you even know how to work this shit?
And in that moment, all of a sudden, you second guessing yourself. Like, damn, do I? Yeah, do I? Do. And now you're fucking up even more. You know.
And I feel like they can smell it.
They feed off that. Certain type of
scared.
Certain type of people feed off that energy because they like dominance.
Yeah.
They like being dominant. You know, it's the like alpha in them. It's like, you know. But it's like when you're a neutral energy or you're a big energy and you can control yourself and control, you know, how to react.
Yeah.
But instead of let me take that back. Instead of reacting, being proactive.
I heard something like the only thing you could really control is your attitude of what's happening now.
Exactly.
Like that's really the only thing you can control. Like because you can't control how you feel, how you're gonna talk to me. How am I gonna have this? How am I gonna give you attitude with this? What's my attitude right now with this? Is it gonna be?
You gotta be able to be like back to saying self-aware of the fact that you can control your emotions.
Yeah. Because
at the end of the day, emotions is what's gonna get you to lash out.
Yo, isn't it? I feel like nowadays, like, it's very like, how do you say? Like, you're not supposed to really show emotions.
No, and that's been the case forever.
You know, forever.
See, there's a stigma, and you see, shout out to my ex. One of my exes, she's went to college for psychology and shit, and we would go back and forth about certain things. And her professor told her that, and I don't know how factual this is, but said that men are more emotional than women. But since the stigma of you have to be a macho man, women are this, men are that, you shouldn't show that emotion.
And that's I feel like I could be a little more emotional than.
Bro, I'm emotional as hell, but I've learned to embrace that because I'm an artist.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I'm an artist.
I know how to, exactly.
I'm an emotional person. I'm an emotional being. I'm not going to try to be a macho man at every, like, you know, I'm a man at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be a man. I'm going to be about mine. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not going to suppress myself because that's going to, like, mentally.
You think that's pride?
It's pride. It's ego. More than anything, it's ego. Mm-hmm. Because once you let go of that pride and that ego, like it's everything else diminishes. It's like it's not real. Like I said, back to your head. What do you know yourself?
Yeah.
Don't matter who says anything. If you believe you know, you can be good. You're solid. Yeah. You have a solid foundation. That self-awareness of your solid foundation.
The foundation.
Because that's the. I feel that once you have a solid inner foundation and your core is solid, then no matter where you go, no matter who tells you what, and once you have direction, you're just an unstoppable being, because you're gonna inevitably get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you don't have a strong foundation, words can hurt you.
Facts.
Words can hurt you, and then you can hurt other people.
So you think that like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me? You think that's real?
What?
The sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt?
Yeah. Nah, that's fake.
That's fake, huh? Because words...
Fake. That's fake, but it's on a case-to-case basis, because you know what's a serial killer that doesn't feel nothing, that you can tell him something and words won't hurt him, but it's like there is something in everybody that you can say that will trigger them.
I feel like how you said, the right person has to say the right thing.
It's got to come from the right person, because let's say, look, you're walking down the street, some random person, hey, Z, you make the wackest beats in the world.
Cool.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Now that's different from somebody that you admire and look up to and respect. Like, let's say your family member or somebody like you really, really admire and you care for, and you're like, damn, I care what you think. They tell you, bro, your shit's whack, your shit's trap. That's gonna hurt a little bit more. Now, whatever you do after that, where you're gonna like bottle up, like, oh, nah, I don't care. But still, like, that emotion's gonna be invoked in you because of the fact of like your investment. Your energy investment.
The pride, and my pride got hurt because I'm like, I put on this time, you gonna tell me some shit?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that goes in many different ways, because it's like like when it comes to me, like I never want to tell anybody about their work, or never tell anybody anything unless they ask me. You know? And even then I'm not gonna be brutally honest.
I've heard a saying, it's in Proverbs, it says something like, oh, the tongue of the wise brings words of healing.
Exactly.
And if
you can say things a certain way, like back to tones, how you say things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? 100%. New artist comes up to you, shows you, hey, this shit trash. This is that. If you're a dick, you can do that, and you don't give a fuck. But I think at the end of the day, that's just firing your ego, because you could be like, oh, well, this is good, but you can work on, no. Or you
that's
know,
like you want to prove them wrong.
You know exactly. It's like
I'll prove you wrong.
You know, and that's back to the ego. You're firing up your ego and then bringing them down, and it's like it's part of that. It's part of that energy.
It's that hater fuel.
It's instead of, and it's like not even. I think, you know, whenever I seen myself do that, because I used to be that way, you know what I mean? But I became more conscious and shit. But it was just more of the fact that I felt down on myself, really. And it was like, I felt like when I would talk to people, I was talking to myself, but it wasn't right. It wasn't right, because I would be too blunt sometimes, and I've come to realize that.
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying.
You know what I mean? It was too, like, I didn't need to say that.
You wanted to be like, I want to be honest with you.
Yeah, and it's like, honesty is not always, it's not always the best thing to do. Like, you know, you just gotta know how to bring the word of feelings. The truth is the truth no matter what, and it's going to come out no matter what. You can't hide the truth.
Yeah.
But like I said, how you say something, you can at least be respectful, at least be, you know, considerate, 100%. You know, instead of breaking somebody down. You don't know, you don't know how mentally stable a person is.
Facts. And
you say something, and that'll be it. They fucking go off themselves, not because of you.
Facts.
Like, what the fuck?
Imagine.
Like man, and you know.
Because you said something.
Yeah.
And then they're like.
See, listen, I was a dick.
That's real.
That's real. But see, I was so hurt that I would hurt people because of the fact that I was hurt. And it would make me feel better. And that's what it was. Even from like school, because, you know, growing up, you know, whatever was happening at home, I realized that when I was a kid in elementary, I was bullying other kids because of the fact that how I felt at home. And I was being bullied, and I was like, so I was redirecting that energy. Like I said, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that negative energy was spilling into who I was, and I didn't even know as a kid. And then now when I look back and I realize certain things, you know, it's because of that fact, because of the energy and my spirit, and how emotional and absorbent I am to energies around me. Yeah. And how it does influence me and affect me.
How would you explain like ego death?
Ego death?
Because when I've done mushrooms and I felt like my ego death like destroyed, but then like I feel like the next day, like you're back and you don't even like. You think you don't have an ego, but that's the ego.
It's over time, you know. Because I feel like remember we were talking about like it's just your perception. You get smudged, and then all of a sudden you need that window cleanse.
What is ego too? Like, what's the best way? If I was like, yo, what is? Cause like, I can't really explain it either. Like, when someone asks me, is it like your persona? Is it your whole attitude? Is it just you? Like, but it's not you because it's ego. I don't know.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
How I would definitely.
How would you say it? Yeah.
Yeah, like your persona.
Yeah.
That's the.
So the person that you try to make yourself out to be, that's your ego. Who you? I think I am in my mind.
See, and that's the thing about understanding ego is in this industry, you do need an ego.
Yeah,
you 100%. Do need to create because that's that artistry and that's that, you know, it could be good, it could be bad, but once you understand that, then you have more control over the fact that you know how you want that ego to be. Either you're gonna be a piece of shit with it, or you're just gonna be like,
what's your message?
Held to a certain degree of respect and you know whatever it is, whatever tone you want to set for who you are.
That's why I like Larry June. You know who Larry June is?
Larry June, yeah.
The artist from the Bay. I like because I feel like what he puts out is like all positive vibes.
Yeah.
Like, he says, you know, like, I'm going vegan, bitch. Fix a plate. You know what I mean? Alkaline water busting out the jug. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are like,
and that's, you know, I'm so glad that that's in the culture now, and that's cool because that's cool to me.
Yeah,
that's fly to me.
Exactly.
You know
he talks about getting oranges, eating oranges and stuff. An orange tree by my 80-inch.
And possibly in the most like dopest hip hop way.
Yeah.
And
the Bay?
Like the dopest, like, you know, jiggy with it way.
Fire.
Like, it still sounds like he's out here talking about bands and talking about the craziest shit.
NLE Chopper doing that too, though.
And, hey, shout out to NLE Chopper. I see him posting videos, informing people about this and that, and it's beautiful because you know, I remember like wanting to be that conscious rapper and being like, but it's just like once you got that platform, it's cool that he went from the darkness to the light. Shit.
It was tight. It was tight.
I
don't listen to his music, but I respect him.
I feel like it's the first time we've ever really seen somebody that young in that realm actually make that transition.
I've never seen nobody do that.
Historically, like, you know, like there's always been conscious rappers and like, you know, like KRS-One and
J. Cole, Kendrick.
But even like way back in hip hop, you know what I mean? Like things
before, like Nas,
you know, Nas. But there was
Prodigy.
The way it just happens now is so different, so fast.
Yeah,
that was times of you know of just evolution of
it's
hip-hop.
The age of information right now, man. You got
fast.
all the information on your phone
so fast,
so you could literally figure out everything.
Yeah, or somebody can find out something about you before you even know it.
They can find out something. Damn.
Yeah, but you see, hey, don't believe the internet. I'm saying,
hey, the internet, man.
That's what it is. But you know, like back to like the social media thing, can it be a good thing or a bad thing? Which you asked earlier, we didn't really get into, but like, I think that it could be both. You know what I mean? Yeah. Depending on how you can, you know, we got into the social dilemma, but it's like people pumping out messages in a certain way.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna use it for?
Especially like the music right now is crazy. I feel like the music right now is all like drill music and like
Chicago has influenced the hip hop industry
hard
for the past 10 years,
7, 10 years or something. It's crazy.
Ever since Chirac, Chicago, Chief Keef, since that.
Yeah.
It just blew up.
Now
that's really the main 808s and
everybody got a pistol on them now. Everybody. You come out here to Arizona, everybody got a pistol.
Listen,
it's crazy.
Hey, but listen. It's the Wild West out here.
It is the Wild West.
It's the Wild West. So before
Chicago
takes all the credit over here,
the
Cowboys been out here with the
guns. Facts. Y'all really
out there. It's a little different. It's a little different. You feel me?
They can't have guns. It's like suppressed or something.
It's suppressed, but they have a lot of guns.
But out here, it's like you can have the guns, and there are a lot of guns too.
And we were just having this conversation with a different buddy of mine that he was walking into a gas station with a 30 clip hanging out of his pocket.
Yeah,
normal as shit. Nobody gonna say
nothing.
That's
so stupid.
That's Arizona.
You know. I think it's dumb because if someone's out there and like they want to do harm, and they see like someone has a pistol,
you're first.
And they're like,
you're first.
I could get this fool, get the pistol. I could now have the gun and now have 30 rounds. I could do whatever the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because some people, some people are wired different, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people who you think
you think away.
They're They're so scared. You'll be scared. You'll be like, damn, this person is really crazy. Like,
if you had,
and they out there, man.
Yeah.
So you walk around with a weapon and you showing it up. That's why I like concealed carries, because concealed carries is like
you don't know.
But then at the same time, if you have a gun and some shit go down and you concealed carry, there's like, I feel like there's gonna be a part of you gonna want to be a Superman. You're gonna want to like be a hero, and I got the pistol right here. Where if you didn't have a pistol in public, you would just, oh, I gotta get out of this situation, fight or flight. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Because I feel like when you have a pistol, when you have a gun or something, you get really ballsy. You know what I'm saying? If someone's out there, like imagine like.
Well, I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like if you're in a position, well, I mean,
people get ballsy, bro. Even you on the road rage, they'll be like,
they're
pretending they're getting something in here. Like, what's up?
I've had situations on the road where people are pointing guns at us because of road rage. You know, because
exactly, they have a gun. They feel I could do whatever. I could kill you right now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's but
you gotta have the gun.
But
you gotta keep
for
them.
that fact.
Yeah.
I feel like there is less shootings and less crimes because everybody's so like, oh shit, who got a gun?
I've heard
you don't know who got a. You don't know who. You don't know.
An armed country is a peaceful country. I've heard.
Yeah.
Have you heard that saying?
Yeah.
It's because if everybody's armed, everybody's like, oh, I ain't gonna fuck with you because everybody armed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in here, yeah.
Grammy packing it. You don't know Grammy's sitting right there with a 45 loaded right beside on the other side of the door, and you trying to do that, you get blown away. She's scared as hell. She's gonna shake and probably fly after she hit that, but you dead.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
So you better be careful out here with your guns. You feel me? Gun safety. Make sure you kids are out there practicing gun safety.
Gun safety. Everybody. I feel like every house should have a gun though, because in case like that whole tyrannical like government stuff, I feel like that could happen too someday.
Oh, it's
and that's like the only thing. Because think about it.
Got to protect yourself.
The Bill of Rights, you think about Bill of Rights, right? The freedom to say whatever you want is backed because the Second Amendment is like you have the freedom to like have a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think like China, they don't have like no gun stuff, but like they can't say whatever they want either. You know what I'm saying? England, like they took away all their guns, so now when they try to say something, they're just like, yeah, whatever, bro. Like you can't. You know what I'm saying? They'd have to throw rocks if they're protesting. You know what I'm saying? Out here, it's like at least like. Our government's like, yo, like we better treat these people right because they got pistols. This shit go crazy. You know what I'm saying? They got guns. They got all types of shit.
I think that
so I feel
guns is something that will never go away.
Never,
and
forever. Here,
the more you control it, they're gonna just find new ways of getting it. They're gonna find ways of keeping it. Those that want it and don't feel safe without it.
Yeah.
You know, personally, I like to have something on me.
Yeah.
Because you never know what happens.
I just
come a moment where, you know, it's time to be a hero.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be an interesting situation because depending on the situation, like I'm not going to let anybody die if I can, you know, if I can help.
I feel that 100%.
You know what I mean? What am I going to run away?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you got the tool to do something about it.
You know, at that point, it's like I'm focused on my safety and the safety of my people. But after that, like another human being doesn't. Just if somebody just not wired right and thinking crazy and just want to do something crazy, then I'm.
Facts.
You know,
you have
God with me. Whatever happens.
That's what you got to do. That's a good like Samaritan. That's a good civilian. You're doing civilians work.
Because that's in my heart.
You know what I'm saying?
Not everybody would do that.
Think about that's the crazy thing. Come
being it. Maybe when it happens, this shit happen. I don't know if I'll do it. Like I'm saying it now, but
out on the streets, like when shit goes down, all they do is just record.
They
just record that shit and put it on the ground because they want their video to go viral and be like, I shot that shit. I was there. I was the one who did that. Like that's crazy. Instead of like going in and like, yo, what the fuck? Like when people fight and stuff like, I don't know.
Like
there's a bunch of times I've seen like, I'm like, why didn't they do something? You know what I'm saying? Why are they just recording and stuff?
It's just, I don't know. I guess it's human. Yeah, it's human. Just
that want to.
It's like the what were they saying in that documentary? It's everyone's need to be the one with the information, to be the one that knows something, the knowledge of something, that knows.
You get that feeling of importance.
I got this. I'm the one that posted this first, or did you look what you know? That's that like I guess it's endorphins that are released into the body once that shit happens. Once you release and people interact with you, and then that's
weird.
It.
You think about
ding,
it?
We're
all
ding,
weird.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh,
different things get us. Oh yeah, I like that. That's what gets me.
Exactly. And like I said, those things are curating to what you like, so they know what you like. And that's why here, everything that's being promoted to you is exactly what you like.
Exactly what they know. Exactly. You see on my Explorer, it's just like booties, sneakers, you know, music.
for the fellas out there that want a new PS5, just whisper that shit to your girl's phone.
Nah, for real, it's gonna keep popping up, huh? She going, hey, Christmas is coming too. She's gonna think, I think I should do it. I think
you know what I mean? Yeah, shout out to Christmas coming up soon. You feel me? Holidays coming up soon. That shit crazy, sneaking up fast. 2020 went fast. 2020 was crazy. 2021 coming next. We don't
2021.
Know. It's already there. We're there,
bro. I thought it was crazy when 2013 happened. I was like,
wasn't that the end of the world?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, like we did this.
Was that the Aztec end of the
world?
And
then 2020, I was just like, it was. I'm gonna be real. I had a lot of stuff planned for this year. Mm-hmm. Went out the window.
Yeah.
COVID-19. I guess God was like, nah. The universe was like, nah. My plans. You know what I'm saying? And it really humbled me. You know what I'm saying? It made me like, oh well, you know, just gotta enjoy right now.
The universe has a way of doing that. You feel me?
Yeah.
And with everything that happened, it's just.
I was about to be lit. I thought it was going to crazy reggaeton summer over there. You know what I mean? In LA. I thought I was about to make some. It was going to. But then everything. And
it's just postponed. It's postponed. It's postponed.
Nah, but I don't think things ever going to be the same, bro.
It's never going to be the same, but you are going to be able to do things.
Like, you think we're going to stop wearing masks?
Never.
Never now, huh?
Yeah.
Nah.
Eventually.
Like 2-3 years from now or something.
5, 10.
It's going to be a long time. And then even then, people are going to be like, I'm not trusting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, other people.
I think because of the fact that it was such a culture shock and a scare, that I think it'll be like China.
Yeah.
China, exactly. They've been doing it for how many years now?
They on it. They got the fashion correlating with the mask. You know what I'm saying?
China's been doing it for hella years. They've been toxic forever now.
It's insane, man. This really just happened. 2020 was just COVID. I don't even know how to feel about this stuff, man. COVID, like.
And it was crazy because in my life, because I've always been influenced by just the older crazy people and just always just theorists and always just be surrounded by, I don't know, interesting people. But I've always believed this, even in elementary school. I'm like, something big is going to happen in my lifetime. Something historical.
Yeah.
I know something is going to happen. And then as I got more conscious and older, I started to realize that like history repeats itself and nothing has happened really.
I've heard a saying where it's like it doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes.
I feel that.
Because it's not necessarily the same, but it has similarities.
So, and
because right now, it is a time like it's never happened.
This is
2020. There's nothing ever in the world that's ever been like these last 20 years. Since 2000, since the new millennium.
Yeah.
It's been different.
100%.
Different.
We're at the peak of our human existence.
You could literally talk to anybody across the world like that.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like we're at the peak of our human existence and have come to like a kind of like we're hitting the roof now. Now we got to break through to the next biggest thing. And then back to like the topic that we were talking about, like what is it gonna take for us to evolve into the next thing? And
everybody's saying robots. And AI.
I say aliens, but that's
aliens.
I feel that's the same thing.
Man, aliens would be insane.
Look, because if we get robots, look at if the robots take over the world, then we're gonna end up being like WALL-E, and we're gonna be fat, and that's gonna be the evolution.
I've never seen WALL-E.
Okay, so in WALL-E, these people depend on technology all the way around, and then they turn into these fat, obese people with these robots wheeling them around everywhere, and they get everything to destroy the world. And it might
be like that.
See. Either it's gonna be that way, I believe, or my crazy theory, the aliens. But I told Doozy whenever the election was gonna happen, I'm like, look, Biden's gonna win presidency, then the aliens are gonna come. And I don't know why I even said that
about the aliens today.
I don't know why I said that, but my body felt like saying that, and I said it, so I said it, and I kept telling him, and then not even a week or 2 weeks after that, the monolith pops up.
Was that fake though?
Listen, whether it's fake or not. The U.S. government has already stated that they do have crafts or UFOs.
Yeah.
Some type of spacecraft from another world.
Yeah, I've seen all those.
That's facts already.
Bob Lazar.
But think about the fact that like now this monolith shows up.
But that's off of like the movie 2001.
Right. But it's like more alien stuff, and then there's just like it's just more popping up more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think, okay.
I've been really fascinated with that.
Crazy ideas. We finally meet the aliens. We reproduce with them. And now
reproduce with them?
Now there's hybrid. That's going to be the next thing.
Damn.
How do we evolve? Hybrid human aliens.
Hey, you know definitely for sure there's gonna be humans like, I'm gonna fuck that alien.
Listen, I know, like, I know my fellow
alien.
I know my fellow man. I know all my boys out there. Like,
if she got big titty alien.
Listen,
hey, I
know even if she doesn't. I know some people out there hitting some questionable things. But listen,
oh, you weirdos.
But listen, somebody out there is gonna see this alien, and first thing they're gonna think is, how do I fuck this thing?
Yeah, I know. It's going to be insane.
We're sick.
And then...
We're sick.
Hybrid alien life form.
I'm saying a hybrid human.
Fuck.
Coexisting. Because look at... like,
what's
going to happen? Okay, what happens? These aliens, they've been around forever, and then they're just watching us. And then all of a sudden, okay, fine, now let's be friends?
But even...
Or what do they want?
Think about this.
What do they want?
I don't know. They probably want to take over the
Stop
planet.
Us? Coexist with us?
Coexist.
Conquer us?
Conquer, probably.
Like,
maybe. I don't know. But at the same time, if they're so advanced, they wouldn't even want... They're just, like... We're like ants to them. You know what I'm saying?
But when we start playing with, like, atomic bombs... and when we start doing shit...
You're
like,
right.
Like,
we could... Dude, I seen the atomic bombs. Like, I was watching the one where they dropped the atomic bomb in the ocean, and they knocked out all those battleships. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe I do. But
it's a video that back from the 60s, bro. That shit,
it's like the classic mushroom cloud video.
I was like, whoa. Like, I really like thought about that shit, and then like, cause the Beirut, you know how they had that explosion over there?
Yeah.
Dude, after that, I was like, damn, explosions are like crazy, bro, fucking thing.
Crazy.
Started looking them up, and the hero, all those Japanese, dude. I can't believe we did that. That's crazy.
Right, and
that was real.
And historically showing that, I've heard this somewhere else, that most alien sightings are by military bases, nuclear bases where they have weapons.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, if they're so advanced and then, you know.
And they got a lot of that stuff in the desert. Out here in the deserts, they got underground missiles and stuff, underground bunkers.
Arizona, Nevada,
New Mexico,
like.
Colorado, Utah.
These are miles and miles and miles of just land.
Nothing.
They can easily go in there and go underground and build. Like, come on. What's the Tesla dude? What's his name?
Elon Musk.
Musk is trying to build tunnels. Oh, he started building tunnels
under LA. Yeah.
And that's gonna happen. That's happening now. And it's like
facts.
Like for them, you know, billions of dollars that they get from us.
Man,
from taxes and shit.
If the aliens, my whole thing is like, even if there are aliens, like I don't think like our biology is gonna be the same.
It's interesting
because it's an alien.
It's interesting because we don't know what to expect.
We don't know what to expect
because they could be just like us.
Yo, you seen that? I seen a Twilight Zone where it had that shit. There was like these humans, and then they were like, you think the whole time they're like living, right? They're living their life. The whole time you think they're fucking, you know, Americans or
just
whatever.
Regular human beings.
And then at the end of it, they're somehow looking at a planet, and they're like, what is that planet? And they're like, oh, that's Earth. You know what I mean? They're like, we don't know what's over there. We're going to find out, though. And it's just, I was like, oh, my God. It was the same thing. That could be true.
It's like how just, you know.
There's so many planets, man.
Aliens has been such a profitable brand.
Yeah.
You know, an idea. Yeah. So they create the Greys, they create this. Yeah. And then in like what's other movie? Independence Day.
But you think about aliens, like you think they were really, like if aliens were here, they've been coming here, huh?
And in history,
because that's what I'm saying. History, Sumerians, the Anunnaki, and all that crazy stuff.
That shit's all in the arts. It's all in the books.
Is that
of encounters with people from the sky?
That's what I'm saying.
People's flying crafts when nobody was flying.
Humans have always been into that, like something out there in space.
And when a human being can only perceive so much, and their imagination only goes so far.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Our minds literally, like, I don't think we could, like, understand, like, that a lot of stuff. Like, what really happens in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro. it gets complicated.
It's too deep.
When you start like looking into like quantum physics, theoretical physics, when they're trying to explain what the Earth and the world and what's going on here, you're like, this is insane.
You literally are not a physical being anymore. Yeah. You literally are just.
They're talking about, what was that whole simulation theory too, where they like, or the Mandela effect, when we watched the Mandela effect?
Yeah, it was the Mandela effect. And they said that
like nothing out here even exists. It's like a computer game. You know how like when you're running around a computer game and you keep going through the levels and like all the shit behind you past is just like saved into a data space type shit. So like that's the whole like idea of like simulate. You know what I'm saying?
That movie really fucked with my mind.
It really fucked me up too.
It fucked with my mind, but at the same time, it
once they start bringing science and stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, because now I feel like they actually like kind of like showing me like this is the little proof. And you know, I mean, these movies lately they've been getting very scientific. Like the Mandela effect was very scientific with that shit.
Yeah, I feel that.
Quantum physics and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel that heavily.
It's real. That's how quantum physics is like what you can explain with what do you like, the law of attraction?
The law of attraction.
That's all like quantum physics basically.
Quantum physics, yeah.
Like you want that energy out.
It's just you see, and I'm a spiritual person, so yeah. So quantum physics, it's like it's just a measurement to me. It's a measurement of everything. You know what I mean? Because comes back down to numbers. Yeah. But when it gets past when I say when it gets past a certain level, it's just a matter of like I guess my belief of a spirit and just more realms. You know what I mean? No. When I start thinking of things scientifically, and that's quantum physics, right? That's more of the scientific.
Quantum physics is like everything is like energy, and everything is like a wave. So like the like vibrations, the waves that I have and I put out and stuff like that, it gets you could feel it. It's like when you throw a rock in a pond, and you see how like the ripples affect. That's like quantum physics type stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see that. Okay.
And then like when you manifest stuff, when you're manifesting stuff, I put the quotation mark. Yeah. But when you manifest stuff, is like, I guess you're supposed to be like putting that wave, that energy out, so it's gonna like come back, or I don't know, some weird stuff. But I seen somebody talk about it, but it made sense. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. These scientific things, like, I don't know, man. Is the world really random, or is it actually like
calculated?
Everything's calculated, cause like how I told you about the billiard balls. Like if you have a table, like you're playing pool, billiards, and like you hit that shit and the balls go everywhere. Yeah. Like, is that random? And it's like, no, it's not, because if you would have broke it down like with geometry and the velocity,
how they hit it, where they hit it, how hard to hit it,
exactly,
and everything,
then it's no longer like random. It's like, oh, I could tell you where everything's gonna be, because now it's logical. You know what I'm saying? I see, and I feel life is kind of like that too in a way, but at the same time, it's crazy.
And I agree with that to a certain degree.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I agree with myself to a certain degree, because
to the like,
yeah. All right, bye.
All right, later. Have a good night. Be safe. Love you. And it's, I don't know. I guess I want to just believe in free will and the spirits and things
free will. I don't think there's free will. Like if y'all talk to me, like I don't think we have free will, because I think like we have a destiny. Everything's already planned out. Like I don't know. I just look at like a bunch of like what like these older like religions and older like philosophers and what they all say and stuff, like great thinkers of the world who think for, you know what I mean, the best minds. And I just kind of like understand it, like, yeah, man, like you can never like really explain, you know what I'm saying, what's happening and stuff like that, but you can kind of, if the knowledge and stuff, you know how to like, if you know knowledge and stuff, you can, it's not, nothing's really random anymore, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if you know, like knowledge is a weapon basically, is what I'm trying to say too. Like if I know something that you don't.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. I guess that.
Like making you understand that, like, oh, when you walk outside, like all the factors and shit like that is random, because you don't know, you don't have the knowledge of what's going on everywhere with everything, you know what I'm saying? Compared to like, aliens. Man. Aliens might know everything.
Aliens know everything.
The aliens, bro. The aliens are interdimensional, bro.
Like,
who knows, man? We're going to find out. 2025, I feel like they're gonna start coming out because we're not ready for aliens, bro.
See,
we're not ready.
And that's what they said. That's what we read earlier. They're in hiding till we're ready.
If an alien popped out right now,
culture shock.
We would lose our minds.
Death.
No more government.
Literally,
because we're gonna be like, you are all fucking liars.
What else do you know? Whole programs and money spent on the suppression of UFOs.
Yeah, that's
whole
weird.
Things like literally taxpayers' money. There was whole organizations to suppress this shit.
Keep information from you. Keep all that knowledge.
And it's like, what is it
to make you think that everything is random,
or is it for like?
Oh, some aliens came randomly? Nah, bitch, they've been here for so and so reason. They know all this stuff, man. Like the thing about this, you think the president knows all this stuff?
Fuck no. The president, he knows dick. No. The president knows nothing.
Who you think like CIA?
He's the president. CIA
is where it's at.
Is the United States mascot.
Yeah, that's a great way to explain it.
You can switch out the mascot. Whoever's in there don't matter as long as that costume.
Yeah,
it's the same. Every year there's a new mascot.
Don't cap, man.
Every year there's whatever they're gonna switch that guy out, but he's wearing that top hat or whatever.
So who do you think is really like in charge of that shit? Because some people say CIA.
Whoever's in charge of the money.
In charge of the money?
Who follow the money? And
see, that's what. But this is something I always hear is like people are doing all this for money and power. Mm-hmm. But then like, what the fuck is money gonna be when like, the future you're trying to make? There's gonna be no fucking point for money because you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good question because at some point money worked.
Yeah.
And then now, because it used to be gold.
Yeah, they used to have gold and stuff.
Then it was money.
Now there's nothing.
And then now it's gonna be numbers on a digital screen.
You see what I'm saying? It's so weird.
Because most people, a lot of people in America don't carry cash, cards, everything.
Yeah, cash. I don't even know people who keep like, except trappers.
And
know what I'm saying?
Those are the only people to carry around cash.
No
like crazy.
cap, they carry the cash.
But no, but Racks. also billionaires, also really really wealthy people carry around cash because of the fact that things are cheaper when you pay in cash.
Yeah,
you can negotiate better if you cash ready. No matter what.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean. That's one thing I read in certain books. You know what I mean.
Be cash ready.
Be cash ready. Cash. People see a wad of cash. They're ready to wheel and deal. You know what I mean.
Yeah. What do you think about like all that stuff, like self-help books? Mm-hmm. You think they're good?
Bro, I'm so thankful for them.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Knowledge is power.
It goes back to everything we just
ideas are power.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Ideas are power. Books are essential.
What's your favorite book that you've read so far?
In my life, my favorite book
that you would recommend to everybody, like at least you have to read that.
The Celestine Prophecy.
Ooh, I don't even know that one.
The Celestine Prophecy and the Four Agreements.
I think my book is How to Make Friends and Influence People.
I have that book too. Yeah,
that one, because that one really that's the one that put me onto everything. Like, I want to like look at more self-help books and like figure out more about stuff. You know what I mean? How people helping people and whatever. Myself.
I'm so bad at reading books because of the fact that I have too much energy.
Yeah.
And I read, and then I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta go. I gotta get.
If I'm like obsessed with the book, I could sit there and like I have to be obsessed with things too. Because like I got into this book about Muhammad, and I finished it like within a couple of days because I was like, I don't know nothing about Muhammad, and I want to know like, you know what I'm saying? I want to learn something. So I was obsessed with like learning.
I feel that.
But then like right now I got like which one? I got Think and Grow Rich at the crib. And like I'm not really reading it like I should.
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, I skimmed through it. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever I'm bored, but
that's a good one. Right now, what I'm reading is Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's the one that I'm reading right now.
The 9th edition.
It's the 9th edition. It's not Rich Dad Poor Dad, but it's the investing version of Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's like talking about more of investing.
I can't really fuck with that guy, Robert Kiyosaki.
I fuck with him
because my whole thing is like I feel like he's trying to sell me.
Yeah, I feel that.
He keeps on trying to sell me stuff and like come to my course and you got to come to my conventions. And
that's why I like the books and stuff so I can just stay away and not really go to.
But that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? But it's just because there's knowledge in everything. He's still a very successful person.
I've heard people tell me stuff like, you just got to get up and go do it.
You got to go do it. At the end of the day, no matter how many books you read, no matter what you do, you got to do it. You got to go implement that stuff.
Not be scared of the failure.
You got to fail. Yeah. You have to fail.
Because you're going to fail.
And for those of you that have never failed, I feel bad for you. Because one day it's going to hit and you're going to fail and you're not going to know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And that's the scariest part because, listen, like, if you've been winning your whole life and everything's been great for you and everything's, like, kudos. But there's just something in trials and tribulations for me that makes you more human and actually, like, gives you the skill set to deal with shit.
Yeah.
That's why these people lose their minds and lose everything, and now they want to blast themselves or they want to go kill some. They want to do something crazy because they've never dealt with pressure. Feel me?
Yeah.
Like, it's like
the pressure, the responsibility, or
when you come from the bottom. You just, and it goes back to, like, feeling everything. You know how to deal with everything. You know what's so crazy? You felt everything.
I always think about this. I'm like, some people who are at the bottom, like, they're cool with it.
It's happiness.
Like, they don't give a damn. They're just like, I'm sleeping in a tent. Peace. Yeah. It's that peace, man. That shit is beautiful, man.
It's that peace. Like,
that's something that I want because I think for me, man, like, I personally... Like I want a lot of shit.
I feel, you know, I feel like you are that person because of the fact that, like, that I see a little bit of myself in that too because of the fact that, like, I want everything.
Yeah.
Because I've had nothing already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, just because I don't have that now, it's not keeping me down or, like, controlling my happiness.
My whole thing right now, I'm trying to, like, change my wants because I do want things.
But what do you need?
Exactly. What do I need? And then the stuff that I do want, like, is it for me to feel like more in vain? Is that what the word vain? Where it's like I want to feel like it's about me when I shouldn't be like. Because that's my whole thing. Is like I'm learning to be like selfless.
And that's what I'm getting at. Like once you just realize that these things aren't gonna bring you happiness, and you are your happiness, and no matter where you're at, no matter what you got, you appreciate life. Yeah, it's your appreciation for things, for yourself, gratitude. For life. That gratitude, like that's gonna take you a long way because when you don't have it, it's back to the good and bad. You can't have the good without the bad. You can't feel the, you know what I mean? It's like I said. I haven't had shit before, and now I want to have shit.
That's tight.
Because I know what it feels like to be poor as fuck.
I know how poor is.
I know what it feels like, but now I want to feel how it feels to be rich.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I won't like it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get up there and be like, damn, it's not really, this shit, too much pressure. Everybody counting on me now.
It's fucked up that once you, no, it's not all the time. I was going to say when you rich, you like automatically you get famous too. And everybody looking at you now, because he got money. What's he gonna do with that money? And it's like, damn, like that's the only like really bad part. Because now like people who you cared about gonna look at you different. Fucked up. They're gonna be like,
see, and that's the thing with me. It's like, you know, I'm glad that I became this spiritual person, and I'm glad that I had these ego deaths because I've been around people that have had great amount of money, and I've been in those situations that I didn't look at those people any different. Yeah. Because of the fact that, like, at the end of the day, they're human beings.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They're human beings, and and like I said, I've seen from the really rich people to really poor people to really just in the middle people. It's just like at the end of the day, it's like I'm not trying to chill with you just because of this or just because of that.
It's so crazy. Like a lot of people are really slave to like making money.
It's crazy.
Everybody, because like you got to pay bills. That's the first thing they say. I got bills to pay, man.
I got bills to pay.
And it's like. Fuck, like
it's
that's some fucked up shit. But like, it's like a trap. I feel like or something. You know what I mean? Like once you get into like, oh, I want a house. Like, why do we want a house? Because society or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then a lot of like get rich or self-help books about getting money and shit. They say that like investing into properties is good if you know when you're gonna invest into them and have people real estate kind of mindset rather than a settling. Mindset.
Well, that like it comes back to like I want to explain like that want that I had. Remember how I told you I want like a farm and all that shit. Yeah. Like I learned to like want that because wanting that is actually gonna help other people too. Because like I said, originally I wanted like a sick ass mansion with like in my mind with windows looking fire. You know what I mean? But then I'm like, yo, who am I gonna help out with? How's that gonna be helpful to anybody? It's gonna be a I could turn into a sick studio.
You see, and that's what I'm saying.
But
like I was saying earlier, the diversity of that.
Yeah. But it'd be more helpful if I like, cause now I'm like thinking like, yo, like I see a bunch of my homies they're out here just like working at bullshit jobs, like not into like what they do.
Hurting, really hard.
Like just you could just tell like
ego death, spiritual death, like spiritual suicide.
Yeah, exactly. Some shit like that where it's like you fucking yourself up,
like dreading everything.
Yeah, and so I'm like, yo, if I could like somehow get the homies in like my little community that I fuck with, whoever wants to come and like, okay, now I need someone to help me with, farm, because it's all going to, and it's gonna be cool. I'll pay, you know what I mean? That's I want to be like Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye is like the perfect example of like what I want to do, because he has like a cult comp. You got to do the whole thing.
I feel that.
That shit is beautiful, bro. Because he's like, at the same, I don't know. It could be like a cult, but at the same, he's not really doing like a cult thing. You know what I mean? He's like, you do whatever you want, man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do the church or anything like that, because that would make it seem like a cult. You know what I mean? But like the whole like living off grid. Right. Eating right, learning the actual truth in history about not like some bullshit shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like, that's what I want. That's my goal. Like I want to do. That's why I'm doing this whole music stuff.
I think a major key of success is to help other people.
Definitely, I feel like that's the biggest thing in life. That's the whole point of life. It's like to help someone else.
Mostly everyone that's ever became a billionaire or a millionaire or whatever it is, however much they reached, they always turned around and done like humanitarian work.
Exactly.
They eventually like, it's just, I guess it's like just the,
and haters gonna hate
always,
no matter, even if you're doing something good, but look at this bullshit you're still doing.
They're gonna, it's easier to point out the bad people, especially when especially from people that are insecure about themselves. They're gonna want to pull that out of anybody. They're projecting
their insecurities on you.
Projections of crazy. Just like, and that's you got to be careful with that. Bloodsuckers, you got to be careful for them, because
what'd you say, the bloodsuckers?
The bloodsuckers, the energy, because they're energy vampires.
Energy vampires. Ooh, that's a good one.
You ever felt that whenever everybody having fun in the room, then all of a sudden this one person come in the room.
This shit sucks.
Now everybody's stiffen up and everybody got to act a certain way because he's having a bad day. It's just energy vampires.
If I feel my energy going, I leave, bro. Because I'm like,
I have to, too.
I don't want to ruin this shit, but I got to go do my own shit. Like,
I have to.
There's been times where, like,
I'm very conscious to my energy.
Yeah.
And I know how I can influence people and how energies can influence me. So I have to be careful of that.
I've done that with mushrooms. Like, I've been chilling, tripping with people, and, like, I'm not feeling it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know everybody else is having a good time. I'm like, I got to get out of here.
You don't want to spiral that.
Ooh, it'll get bad.
Because you don't want to be that person.
And you don't want to tell somebody, I don't fuck with this. Because they're going to be like, damn, you're not fucking with this?
Now they're going to think about you. And then they're going to tell the next person. And it's just
a chain reaction.
The ripples.
But it does go down to like what you said, like helping people out, man. I really do think like that's the most important thing in life.
Like that, man.
Like that is the whole reason why we're here, is to help someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what, like that's where it comes to like that selflessness that I was talking about. Like I'm learning like everything that I want is like, it's always been for me. But then like once you become, how you say, like spiritual consciousness, aware of who you are, what's the whole thing in life, you're like, man, like it's really not about me. It's about treating the next person. Because me, like I believe in like God and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I believe like we're all like images of God, if that makes sense. And so in my mind, it's like I gotta treat you like how, you know, like God, brother and sister, you know what I'm saying, brother and sister. I gotta treat you even better. Like my whole thing is like, if you want me to do something, like say you're like, yo, let's work right here in the studio for an hour, like I'll give you 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be more on that, like that mindset where it's like I'll give you more than what you ask, because
above and beyond.
And in my mind I gotta like tell myself like you shouldn't expect anything after that. Like exactly. I should just give it, and like that's for you. And then I should be happy for. And so I'm learning to be more like accepting of that.
100%.
Like, okay,
100%. I agree with you, because that right there, giving without an expectation, is the purest way of giving.
Yeah. I feel like that really show like
that's
love.
Really giving.
You know what I'm saying?
Because like, a lot of times you see on the internet, or you see on posts, or you see people doing nice things in order to get recognized by others.
Yeah.
And
get me my likes up.
Get your likes up. And
let them know I'm a good person.
Yeah, let them know, like, you know, I'm showing off, doing, you know, there's plenty of things that we've done great things for other people that all right, nobody needs to know this. Yeah. Nobody needs to pick this, because that I'm here for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
that's how I feel it should be, man. Like
it should be.
Everybody just, this whole social media, I was really thinking about that too. I was like, if I didn't have my phone, like I wouldn't really, like, I think I'm really, I guess I would be antisocial if I didn't have my phone. You know what I'm saying? Because like if I look around, like who I chill with throughout the day, it's only like 2 people, 3 people. Yeah. And then I know, like, back in the day, people used to always hang, like, my mom and them, they used to have friends.
You would have to go outside.
Yeah.
In order to meet with the neighbors.
Yeah, because I was thinking about like
down the block, go down in the community this way.
Yeah,
and actually you had to walk up to somebody and learn how to be their friend.
Yeah, because I was thinking about my phone. If I didn't have my phone on this, because me staying in LA, coming on this Arizona trip, like the past weeks I've been out here, I've been like, I was thinking if I didn't have my phone, like no one would know I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? No one would know I'm out. And then plus like I wouldn't see a lot of people. I wouldn't even know what's going on with people from like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It would have been, it's so different. Like that's how
you would just know where your last memory of whatever to go back to. Where
exactly.
You go to Casper and you go to this place, you just drive up. You had to actually go there.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't live here no more? My fault. I got to get out of here.
I got to find
what the hell? Like,
I'm going to have to figure it out. Go detective.
You're just going to, what are you going to do? You just keep on keeping on. You'll figure out what you're going to do now. You don't know. You're going to end up at a store. You're going to end up somewhere. And that's how it just happened.
But that's what I'm saying. It's so crazy.
And was it coincidence?
They what?
Or how calculated was that back then when people used to meet up and, you know what I mean?
Bro, no, that was not. That's what I'm saying. Destiny, bro. Like, people are like, we're destined to like, bro, think about this. You think me and you mean is coincidence? No.
Not at all.
It's destiny. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is meant for a reason.
Not at all.
I like this saying from the Islamic Quran or whatever. They say, I don't know how they say it. They say like Edmund Barker. I don't know what they say, but they say something like that where it's everything is written. It means everything's already written. Mm-hmm. You know, so when people like say like, oh, this, like say like you got like a check right now, $100K or something. Yeah, you'd be like the Islamic people say like, oh, like whatever, something, it is written, and that means like this was supposed to, like, thank you for laying it out because it was supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I always think about that and like.
See, and that's my whole mindset with things now. Like it's just like when great things happen. Yeah. I personally have allowed that and opened that to myself because I feel like I said, you said destiny. It was meant to happen. But if I wasn't being the best me that I would be, then it wouldn't have happened because I wouldn't have allowed it. You know what I mean? You have to put yourself in positions and actually go forward with that because, you know, that's kind of like like destiny to me. It's always a fork in the road because you could have done this, you did that. Like if we didn't come here today to the studio, what would have happened? We would have been sat at the crib and we would
watch another King of the Hill episode. Some bullshit. Shit. Yeah.
But us coming out here, putting us in this position to be like, okay, we got to go do this now because we're not gonna just sit here.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that. You know what I mean? And that destiny, like it has to happen, but you have to be open to be able to see things because some people miss their opportunities.
And then I think about like our genetics. Like how much of our genetics actually is responsible for us doing what we do now. You know what I'm saying? Because like making us want that ambition, like that means like in my mind, I'm thinking like then my ancestors were ambitious as fuck. You know what I mean?
Our ancestors were.
Yeah.
It was do or die.
There was do or die
because
that's so crazy, bro.
They and I don't living outside.
Think about do we think about that? Because think about them. You think like say like the Aztecs back in the day. Do you think they were thinking like far ahead? Like, yo, we gotta like make sure all this is like preserved and right for our next generation. You think they were thinking like that? Because low-key, we're kind of thinking that like now with the whole global warming, people are like, yo, we need to save the earth because if not, it's gonna. I feel like
were
they more like conscious about us? And worried about us?
I feel like if you are a parent, naturally that's gonna be in you.
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not a parent or anything, but I feel like as a parent, you look at your kid and you look at your surroundings, and everybody comes to that. Even back then, they got to come to that realization, like, okay, who am I? What is this? Where the fuck is this gonna go?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
And back then, they're in the jungle in the middle of nowhere where they can get bit by a spider, bit by something, catch a disease, and
that's it.
And they're fucked.
That's it.
So I feel like they got to set up. So they're thinking about like setting up how for the future, so their kid can grow
really
at least.
And we're doing that nowadays because all the bullshit. We're just like, I feel like we're just getting our pleasure out and just being like, they're gonna deal with it. They'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they're. Like destiny, there are those people that are just geniuses that think of that. Yeah. Those great minds that have to think of that from the womb. Yeah. I'm a genius and I want to fix this.
Facts.
Because they were
sent
here for that, and that's their mission.
Facts.
Fucking
that's some
15-year-old creating ways to clean the ocean water. Like that 15-year-old doesn't have to be doing that.
Yeah.
That 15-year-old could be playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yeah. Or whatever they're doing now on the app. Chilling. Music.
Yeah.
Want to listen to rap. Mm-hmm. But that kid is out there creating this shit because that brain is just wired that way. So
him doing that also, that's going to like help his future generation because now he put that like genetic of like actually wanting to do the ambition, the actual. And you gotta imagine that how many kids he surrounded himself with that are possibly now thinking on that level. Yeah. You know, just the spark, like, you know, like Tupac says, I might not be the one to change the world, but I will spark the mind that does. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's like infinite just being the best. Tupac being wise. The best you can possibly be no matter what everywhere. Because then you allow other people to be the best them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like let's just say that we were in a position where look, I'm making beats and I'm okay. I'm all right. I suck at beats in reality. I fucking suck, honestly. But I'm put in a position where I meet a certain person that could take that beat opportunity to the next level. But instead of me like opening that door for you, because you are actually that talented and deserve that, and being a hater and be like, oh nah, fuck that. Let me try and figure this out because I want to be that. Yeah. Nah, I'm that vessel that allowed that to happen, that connection, so greatness can happen. Yeah. Now you and this other person meet up and y'all make a song that changes the fucking world. Yeah. You know what I mean? New genre. You know what I mean? Some crazy shit. That influences and actually does something good for the sake of creating and who you are and being that best you. Because if me being a hater, that's not the best me. I'm not a hater. It's so weird hating.
I'm not a hater. And like, you know, just everything.
That energy, like just thinking about that energy is like, why would you want to do that?
And it's like, you know, it's not that they want to. Sometimes like, it's just goes back down to, you know, your experiences.
Yeah, your psyche.
And your psyche and who you are, because some of those people are dealing with traumas they have no idea how to deal with. Shit that in their brain they don't know how the fuck to deal with. So it's just like they bottle it, they do this, and now they're this way. And then And then they say, well, I'm just this way. No one is just some way.
Yeah, I remember you told me that. Always, and that shit really, like, I thought about that shit a lot because I was like, you're right.
I'm not going to accept you for, like, even like, it's just not, because people can change.
When people say, "Oh, that's just the way I am."
That's just the way I am. Nah, that's the way you want to be.
That's an excuse, huh?
It's an excuse. You want to be that way.
You want to be that way.
It's a crutch. That's just the way I am. That's the end of your.
Damn, you want.
That's the end of it. Okay, that's just the way. No, nobody's just the way for anyone. That's so crazy. You're a way because of certain things that made you that way.
Some people are so self-destructive, man. And
we all low-key are, though. I was there, too.
We all low-key are.
And I am still kind of there in some ways, you know.
I'm self-destructive right now.
I'm battling addictions, you know what I mean? Every day.
I'm eating bad.
Every day, you know, and that's part of it, you know what I mean?
I know it's bad.
Because you take away one thing. I was addicted to cigarettes. Now, you know, I'm eating more sugar, and it was like... It's trying to figure out how to understand my body and realize that I don't need none of that shit. Detox. Yeah. Because that's the one thing that's going to help you is detoxing. Yeah. From everything and anything you could possibly think of.
You what do you think about meditation? Does shit work?
I love meditation.
Like, is it that you know
all of it?
All that shit real?
Real.
Because
think about frequencies.
Okay. Now with meditation, are you supposed to not think about nothing?
You can think about anything. You can think about nothing. You could.
I don't know. That's all I'm always
There's
so
many different. There's no wrong or right way to do meditation. It's just understanding and control and feeling yourself.
Interesting.
Because it's really training for your mind. To slow your mind down and slow your heart rate down.
So it's like like breathing.
If you focus on those two things, breathing, and that's gonna help you. Yeah. But in the long run, it's to be able to get you to calm yourself and control yourself and have control over your emotions. Because the number one obstacle in meditation is having a still mind.
Yeah, that's what I always hear. Still, you got to be still mind.
The easiest way that I found out to meditate was just focus on my breath.
On your breath. Okay.
You know, and then starting out with numbers. Yeah. Or even getting on YouTube and ding. Ooh,
and you focus on that ding?
They have those frequencies. I'm just focused on that frequency. Or I'm feeling the breath. Yeah. Or I'm trying to visualize my whole body without having to look.
I like the breathing stuff. The breathing techniques are crazy.
All that shit is real because those are real frequencies you're tapping into.
Damn.
And they mean different things.
There's so much layers to like life.
But at the end of the day, it's a frequency and it's an energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's insane.
It's a frequency and it's an energy, and those things are gonna like I said, they just help you. They help your body get into.
So it's to help you like get calm when when you're getting anxious, when you're like, fuck, I'm getting angry, you know, like I need to do some shit. Cause I get that when I make like I'll make beats and I want this beat to hurry up and make. I want it to be done already. And And then I'm just like, chill. I gotta chill out. I gotta take my time. But the meditation, the breathing would help that better.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's why I've always recommended to people, especially to deal with anxiety.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. Yeah. It's such a weird thing to do.
Do you think like everybody has anxiety?
And do nothing.
Everybody has anxiety, don't you think?
I think a lot of people deal with anxiety. To say that everybody has anxiety,
it's a big thing, I guess.
It's just hard because not everybody can feel love. Not everybody can feel hate. Not everybody can feel certain things. We're all the same, but there's just different cases, special cases for everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people deal with anxiety because, and even more now, because of how fast the world moves.
Yeah.
And I just think that we were never taught how to deal with anxiety. So therefore, how is it not going to be there?
Yeah.
It's only going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And it can be like those things can be given to you from your parents because maybe growing up, they're anxious and now their habits, now you're picking up their habits and things like that. Inherited habits, inherited things.
Yeah. You pick up the habits for real. We see what your parents do.
Environment is very important.
Facts.
To everything and anything.
That's so true.
Environments, because I thought, and then I realized, like I said, I realized a lot of things about myself, and most of the time, it was when I thought, man, that's just the way I am. No, it was the environment that I was in that made me think that way.
Yeah.
About women, about money, about just life, you know.
Yeah.
About stress. About just a bunch of things, you know.
Yeah, environment definitely.
There are other cultures about other things, and it's because my parents thought a certain way, and that was it.
Yeah, I think about like a good example is like when you're in the hood. There's really nothing like it's beneficial for you. A lot of times, like, cause I think about like where we live, all like Casa Grande and shit. Dude, there's really nothing. Like in the little hoods that we used to shit, the west side and the east side, the south side and shit like that.
To me, that's all by design too.
Yeah,
because if you
hella liquor shops for real.
If you go to Scottsdale,
if you got everything.
If you
Beverly Hills,
just the environment feels great.
Yeah,
the structures are different.
It's beautiful. Beautiful trees.
I'm sure their schools and their communities have a bunch of opportunities to learn something, to do something. Not to just have
all learning about Plato and Socrates type shit.
Philosophy, a bunch of
crazy shit.
It's just environment.
Yeah,
environment is a key thing. For those of you that are in the hood right now, and those of you that are in rural areas of whatever city you're in.
The rural areas, bro.
Just know that where you are now doesn't determine who you are. You feel 100%. Me? You feel me? You can get out those situations. Just don't listen to anybody negative, and find a mentor, honestly, or find those opportunities. Go out there and look for them, even though you ain't got them. You know what I mean? I was just watching a documentary on Netflix about in Compton, or is it South Central, somewhere out in LA, where it's these apartment complexes where there's shootings every day. People are dying all the time and shit. And these kids can't even go outside to play because of the fact that they might get shot.
That's real.
And one of the girls was going like in this program that was, their mentor, their counselor was taking them to this thing. But it was sad to see how things are in those environments because of the fact that those people have been suppressed to the point where there are no opportunities for them to make money. There are no opportunities for them to learn something or actually, actually have an abundance because they only make enough. like in Casa Grande, they only make enough homes or enough jobs for the factories. Now those factories right there, or the jobs or the fast food, there's only enough to get everybody by. There isn't an abundance.
Yeah, an abundance. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
For people to thrive.
Yeah.
We don't know that the next person to change the world is somewhere out there without any opportunities.
Yeah.
The smartest kid in the fucking world is out there somewhere right now. The most talented kid is out there in the world. Probably never going to see. You're never going to see him because he grew up in a place where all he did was stay inside. He had to get a pizza job.
Yeah.
He had to, and he had to become a teacher. He had to become somewhere. In reality, he was mad scientist going to cure everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the
that's 100%.
And next, Dr. Sebi and shit out there.
But it's just because of all that environment.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was set up.
It's crazy. It's crazy because,
by higher powers
because
to control.
In the most dream world, or like the perfect reality, we're focused on the kids and trying to figure out, okay, who's gonna be the ones?
Yeah.
Who is showing the most intelligence? Who's showing the leadership? So
the most potential.
The most potential, so we can get these kids and put them in the proper environments.
Yeah.
So we can
the ones who need help need to go with the ones who need help more. Yeah, 100%.
Because honestly, and to say this is a crazy thing, but we are overpopulated.
You think so? There's 9 billion people in the world. It's gonna probably go to 18 billion. Like, it doubles because in the 50s or whatever, they had it's 4 billion, and then it went up to 9 billion now or some shit. It went up like double. They're like, whoa,
it's so trippy to. I don't know. It's just so trippy to see where we're at with things right now.
I don't think we're overpopulated. I just think that we all want bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want the right things.
Yeah.
And so that causes us to be more self-destructive and do more destruction on our planet, which causes more stress. And then with that stress turns into anger, and that anger turns into actual suffering.
Back to what I was saying about an abundance of things.
Yeah.
If there was an abundance of life everywhere, I don't think those things would be.
Yeah, because over here, it's abundant over here in America. I'm not gonna lie. Here,
we are
stupid blessed.
We are
stupid blessed.
We are so fortunate to be able to walk into a huge store.
Yeah.
With any and every piece of food that you can imagine, and
you can just pick it up. You don't even have to hunt the food. You don't have to grow it. You don't have to do nothing. I don't think that a lot of Americans would eat meat if they would have to kill their food
about this before they eat it.
You can literally get in a car and drive
for hours,
days,
across the whole state.
There's people still in the world who have to walk miles just to get water, and we're just I'm getting wet. Just taking off. Yeah, I want to go here. I want to go there.
And I hate to say this, but
we buy drip. So you know what I'm saying? We abundant over here.
We're spoiled.
That's the perfect word.
We're spoiled. Which created us to be entitled.
Yeah. Ooh, and then we're entitled too. That's
really what happened. We were spoiled to the point that we.
Now we think this entitled. This is a right. I deserve to be you know what I mean? I have the right to do this. It's no, you don't.
What you mean that I can't say what I want? In other places, you say certain things.
China.
They probably smacking your arms up.
They take you to secret prisons.
They probably gonna tie you up.
It's fucked up, man. We were talking shit about the government, how they run and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the Chinese government, they would have cut our shit off.
I'm saying
they would have hurt us. They would have. The officials would have been in here. What did you say about who?
One time I got arrested for stealing at Walmart. I'm sure many of you have. But I just got a ticket.
Yeah.
In other places of the world, when you get caught stealing, they'll cut off your hand.
So everybody know you a fucking robber.
Listen.
You a thief.
Listen, that is no joke in some places of the world. Smoking weed.
Yeah.
Now we can smoke weed everywhere, anywhere.
Yeah.
There's stores. There's stores of weed.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I think about Dubai and how DJ Esco and Future with a little bit of weed.
He spent what, 56 nights.
56 nights.
Hey, but if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have had
that shit was
classic. That was a good project.
But yeah, man, it's insane.
But imagine that all your music stuck in Dubai somewhere.
Yo, if Esco,
all of your music is just a hard drive of your just bangers, gems.
Yeah,
man,
it was meant to come out. All that stuff was meant to be.
Man, shout out to me finding out about SSD drives because I've lost maybe 3-4 hard drives in the matter of a couple years. And
your heart just breaks,
bro. It's disgusting.
You're like.
Everything I've ever worked for.
Yeah.
My whole catalog.
Yeah. I got some fire beats on a hard drive still at the crib.
Wiped out.
I'll never be able to use it again, but I know there's some fire beats on there. Hits.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
Yeah, yo, so shout out to the SSD.
Solid state drive.
Solid state drive for coming through. You feel me? It's changing my life.
That's what I'm saying. The future, bro, it's only gonna get crazier from here.
It's crazier. In the future, I declare I forgot what movie it was or whatnot, but privacy. That's gonna be the number one thing. Privacy of knowledge. Privacy, because we're just in the information age where
everybody knows everything.
Everything about everyone, about so.
You can do anything in the world now. You can learn how to do anything in the world.
At YouTube University, shout out YouTube.
YouTube University, bro.
Shout out YouTube.
YouTube, oh my God.
Shout out YouTube.
I love YouTube.
I love YouTube. You feel me? I have recently turned myself into a YouTube content creator.
Yeah.
For the past 2-3 4 years, maybe 2. I don't know how long it's been.
Being a YouTube content creator is fire.
It's
so fun.
It's fun.
I was thinking about this the other night. I was looking at the vlogs and I was like, yo, like one day I'm gonna be old as fuck.
I'm
gonna look at these vlogs and be holy shit, I'm so glad.
The grandkids.
Yeah, the grandkids.
They're gonna be able to see,
this was you?
Nigga, you wild. Grandpa, you wild.
Yeah.
What you mean you was at the...
I gotta start being more conscious of what I'm putting out.
Yeah, right, 100%.
But nah, but
that's the way I look at it too, because like I said, I've lost so much shit that I want it to be out there, and I want to be able to reach out and get it whenever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's documenting. I'm documenting because who knows that one day I'm going to be in wherever, looking back, and I know I'm gonna have those moments where damn, I used to sleep on that little thing right in the middle over here, and it's gonna be a shock to myself, and I think we're setting ourselves up for that, creating that already. So it's just it's gonna happen.
Yeah, there's gonna be a time when we're gonna be like, damn, I cannot believe we came from all that shit.
Exactly.
You can see the growth.
You can see it literally. I look at my first vlog out that I've ever done, trash as shit.
Hell yeah.
Garbage.
Hell yeah. My shit was horrible too.
Trash. No music. No. It was just.
No story. There was no story.
Boring.
I was just. Boring.
A bunch of random shit put together. And then the random shit started making little stories. And then it kind of made sense. And after it was cool. And then I just started realizing that, what my technique is.
Yeah.
And what my style is. And how I'm going to, what I want to project.
100%.
Because, 100%. Man, that shit can be. It can be draining sometimes.
YouTube, it can get draining,
and sometimes you got to just give yourself that pep talk, all right, you got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
You got to keep doing it. Because,
man. I haven't been vlogging or anything recently because, the whole COVID and shit. Yeah. And then, I don't have a place to edit right now.
I feel that.
So I'm just, kind of on hold right now. But
I feel that. It'll come back, though.
I'm going to do the tutorials again.
That's how I was for, the past maybe 2-3 weeks. Whenever my program crashed, I was like a lost kid, not knowing
I know
what
you
to do.
said that shit.
I was like borderline going depressed.
It
was getting scarce for a second, and then shout out River, plugging me up with the
I was getting a little scared without Ableton too. I was like,
damn,
I'm gonna have to use Logic on this.
It's when you don't have your proper work equipment. Or tools.
Ooh,
it's a little
lost.
It's a little scary. It's like going into a job site using somebody else's tools. Using something else.
That's some bullshit.
For me, it's trying to go to the skate park and skate somebody else's board. They ride loose as hell. I can't do it. Nah, it ain't the same.
Oh shit,
it's not my shit.
I miss skating, bro.
It's not my shit.
God.
That. Hell yeah.
I wish I would have put more time into skating.
That shit was great.
I would have been a little Nigel Houston.
Great years of my life.
I was always just skating around, smoking weed.
I love the skate community. I know that once I get myself established financially, that I'm gonna have some skate brands for sure.
Fuck
I want a skate shop.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. There was this skate shop in my area growing up. It was called Mainline Skate Shop.
Okay.
And they would always throw competitions at the park, throw boards out, raffle this out, do this, do that. Yeah. All the dopest skaters were signed to them. They were sponsored by them, so they would get free day. And it was a dope ass community.
And I've been in LA.
Out in LA.
Fire.
Out in LA, yeah.
Fire.
Oh yeah, I used to ditch school all the time just to go skate.
Fuck yeah.
I showed up to my my math class the first day, and then I never went back.
Yeah. Damn.
Because my routine was wake up in the morning, go meet up with the homie. We would go to Tam's burger spot right there.
Tam's is fire.
Next to HP High.
Ooh, the sauce.
Listen, right next to HP High. Ditch first period, and then we would go to first period. Then it was homeroom. We would go to homeroom, and then we would go to second period. And then after second period, it was nutrition, which was like breakfast.
Yeah.
It was nutrition. After nutrition, we would eat, walk out that front door. Because there would be seniors that would have half days.
Yeah. So
we would just walk out with them.
Oh,
Get on the skateboard, start skating away, gone.
Yeah.
Hop on the bus, go to the beach. Hop on the bus, go to the park. Go just skate. Always had to run from the cops because you get a truancy ticket. Your ass right back at school.
Parents gonna get fucked over too.
And I had a whole technique, did school. 6 o'clock come around, that automated phone call come. Your son did not go to this period.
Yeah.
Didn't go to.
Yeah, I'm about to say all
day. All day, man.
Shit.
Man,
I remember those. The little call, they would call your. Yeah.
I'd be lucky sometimes getting home for the report card before the family get there. You feel me? Eventually, like, hey, this shit had to come in. I know you had to have it. That shit crazy.
I was always getting like C's and shit. Like I was a smart kid, but I just never like wanted to do the work. I got everything. I was like, oh, this is it. This is easy. But then I did like some bullshit. I don't even fucking do no test.
I was too busy. I was too busy being the class clown.
That was me too.
Attention.
I used to like getting the
sucker for
bitches' attention. That's my whole thing.
That's what it was.
I was like, I want these girls to laugh at my shit.
Just laugh.
Yeah.
Ever since I was young, I just realized that if you can make a girl laugh,
fuck yeah,
you got her.
Ooh, man.
You got her. Like that's so. I think
that's how you get. That's how you do it, man.
Hey, bro.
You can't be ugly too, though.
Listen,
looks do matter, man. Sometimes.
Listen, we some fly motherfuckers. All right.
Thank God, man.
Listen, we some handsome fly motherfuckers. So
hey, what you told all right. This is a little story. This fool, we went to Taco Bell. He told me get a Baja Blast, right? And I was like, I don't think she's gonna give me a free Baja Blast. And he was like, dude, just look at her smile and you gonna get a Baja Blast type shit.
She's gonna be happy. She's gonna say you deserve that shit.
And then I did it. I was like, all right, let me see if this fool says that shit. He's like, boom, lady comes to the cash register.
The girl, little cute girl. She cute.
She was kind of cute.
Hey, it's hard to tell nowadays because they got the mask and shit. But hey, some of you girls got some really pretty eyes.
Yeah. But anyways, she was right there, and I just did my little. I looked at her. Hey, let me get Baja Blast like that. Hey, let me get a Baja Blast.
And what she do?
She said, here you go.
Yes,
like that.
Sir.
And then this was stupid. He said, my niggas what he said, my niggas is beautiful or some shit.
My niggas is beautiful out here getting everything they want. And that's
stupid.
Hey.
Nah, man, that shit was crazy. That shit was tight.
Honestly, listen.
Shout out to Beauty.
Beautiful people have easier lives than ugly people.
Oh yeah. 100%.
It's so sad, but it's
fucked
so
up.
True.
It's true. Oh yeah.
Beautiful girls, everything free.
And then look
in the pockets.
Think about this. You think popularity makes a girl more beautiful? Like cause she's
status.
You think it makes? Cause think about Kylie Jenner.
Look, basic.
If I seen Kylie Jenner on Mill Ave right now, I'd be like, that's a bad bitch. You know what I mean? But like since she's Kylie Jenner on Instagram, now I'm like, oh, this is one of the baddest bitches out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying
status, that.
Yeah. There's way more beautiful bitches than her.
That's part of the ego.
Yeah, the status.
It's part of that status.
That's crazy. That I think about this show all the time. That's why I love coming out to just going around because I know there's bad bitches everywhere. Everywhere. Don't
shout out to all the
go
bad
outside.
Out
Go outside, homies. If you in there, you like, I want to see some bad. I want to chill some bad bitch.
And listen, my nigga.
Just go outside, talk.
Listen, bro. Just try it. Where she could do is say no. Where you gonna end up? The same spot you been at.
That's what I'm talking about. That failure. There's been times where like I was scared to talk to a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was like, I don't want to fail. I don't want to say the done. But then you go and you say something. Next thing you know, you didn't know this bitch was one of the nicest bitches out there. Nice. She laughing. She all being nice.
Cool. It's all about being a real human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be chill, being a real human, and don't be a creep.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Don't be on some weird intentions, creep shit like that. Shit, you know.
Conversation is like an art form for real.
Communication.
Yeah, it's definitely
communication.
An art form. A lot of people can't really do it.
Come up, hey, hi, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up with you?
Yeah, you gotta know how to talk. What's like, who are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got like how you.
And eye contact is very important.
Yeah, 100%. Because
you know, you gotta be able to just lock in. You feel me?
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Whether you're talking to someone that you know, whether it's just somebody important that you want to meet or a girl or whatever, just locking in. You know. Firm handshake. It's just this shit.
That's something I've been noticing. The handshakes when I'm like meeting people like older people like dudes and stuff like that. Like they'll shake the fuck out of your hand like what's up? You know what I mean? And so I try to give that shit back. What's up? You know what I mean? Like
because it's a dominance thing for some people.
Yeah,
I remember you got to be careful when someone tries to turn your hand under because whenever they do that and then you correct their hand, then they understand. Or
they touch your hand.
They understand because. Some places when you do a handshake and your hand's on top, you show dominance. Oh. So like if we're like when we see some people try to do this. Yeah. Whenever they do
that little hand like that,
you fix their hand straight.
Ah.
When you do that, it like, lets them know. It's just a dominance.
It's a mind game type shit. Yeah.
It's a mind. So they're trying to read you. People constantly. When people they're trying to read you.
Yeah.
You know, depends. Yeah. Some people aren't.
Yeah.
Some people aren't, but I mean, at least me, I'm reading everyone.
Because that's how you're gonna make your judgment on.
I'm reading everything.
Stay a safe place or is it shy?
Exactly.
Get out of here.
I know people like to say don't judge everybody, don't judge it, but you have to judge.
Yeah.
You have to have a good sense of judgment because you don't know who the hell is gonna be around you.
Exactly. Hell yeah, you have to have good judgment.
A good conscious person is gonna be able to see something before it even happens. Because there's been plenty of times where I'm like, all right, look, I know that's boiling over there. And I know this is happening. All right, hey, we're going to have to either move right now in a certain way or y'all going to have to brace for whatever's going to happen next.
Yeah, that's 100%.
It's about to pop off right now.
The good judgment. You have to have good judgment.
You got to have good judgment. You know, it's key.
That's real, man.
That's key. For...
How long have we been doing this?
This shit.
we've been going hard. Almost 2 hours.
All right, I think this is pretty safe to cut it off right here.
Yeah,
we're gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna do this again.
I'm down.
I want to do this again for sure tomorrow.
We need to get some more people too,
and we will get some more people.
Yeah.
Look
boy
at
Doozy right here.
Doozy,
Doozy gonna do a little podcast too soon.
Yeah, tomorrow Doozy's podcast.
No, Cat, he gonna. Yeah, that's perfect.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, but shout out to everybody out here. Shout out to Z.
Cursive
shout out
Z.
Doozy. You feel me? This is our first ever podcast.
It feels good. It feels good, man. It feels good. It feels like we did some shit. You know what I mean?
I think we just like to listen to ourselves talk.
I'm very narcissistic too, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I could look at myself in the mirror for hours and just be like, damn.
Shit. Nah, see, I start doing that. I'm start picking at myself and start bringing myself like.
I'm a vlogger, man. I love watching my shit too. I'm always like, look at my dumb ass.
Exactly. Nah, 100%. But like I said, this is the first of many.
Yeah.
The first show ever. My first podcast ever. After a long time talking, I know we've been kind of bouncing the idea back and forth, but today we actually put it into play.
Yeah.
So that's
it feels good. I'm happy we did it. Can't wait to do it again.
I know this just sparked something new for us. Mm-hmm. I know this just like is.
I want to keep doing it again.
How easy this setup is?
Yeah. Cake. I know it's gonna be fire. I know it's gonna look fire too.
Yo, hey, but shout out to everybody. Go follow Cursive Z on Instagram. Subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Yup.
And hit him up for beats or productions or whatever. Yeah. You know,
I got some fire shit coming soon. I got some projects, some reggaeton projects, some hip hop projects coming out with a bunch of artists out there in LA. New videos coming out, new content. I'm always doing some shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm always in the studio working. You can see me work. Yeah. Hear some sick ass beats. I'm always chilling with No Class too, so you won't see them in there too. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying?
You know what I mean? It's you know,
But yeah, appreciate it, man.
Follow me, Mathematic TV, on Instagram, on YouTube. You feel me? You can see a lot of the work we've been doing here. I've been helping out Doozy with the studio and getting DDI situated, helping him get everything, in line, helping my brother thrive in his business. You feel me?
This is, like I said in the beginning, this spot, fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Do you see this?
Doozy's a
fire.
Doozy's the man.
He did that shit. He did that shit.
So shout out to Doozy. We'll have him on the podcast. Shout out to you guys for everything. So much love.
All right, man.
That's it.
Wow. Fuck.